All right. Here we are. Our little show. New Amsterdam beer. You know, Jackie and Fred drink New Amsterdam beer. You're not a beer drinker, are you, Robin?
No, I'm not.
When is the last time you had a beer?
I think when I was in my 20s.
Nah, come on. I saw you at that. Didn't we go to a party together in Virginia and you had a couple?
I never drank beer.
Really? You didn't have a few that night?
No. I hate beer. Never mind. I shouldn't say that.
No, it's okay that you hate beer.
I really don't like the taste.
You don't like beer. You're not a beer drinker.
No.
That's why I'm talking to beer drinkers.
Okay. I've never...
I don't think it's that you hate the taste. I think it's because it's such a sexual lubricant for you
really?
you are afraid because your inhibitions will all disappear.
Maybe I hate what it does to me.
Right. Jackie, Fred, please, for guys who like the taste of beer and women who like the taste of beer, please say
now,
something.
I know many women who do.
Now, what beer is the best? Seriously, yeah, you guys have been drinking beer a long time. What do you like?
New Amsterdam.
A couple of times when we went out after Nancy's plays, people actually ordered New Amsterdam before anything else. A couple of women ordered it.
New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
What about you?
They have it on draft in a lot of places.
What about you?
I order it in a bottle.
In the bottle. You love the long neck.
I love the long neck.
Why do you like the long neck?
It seems to stay colder.
I see.
Because you hold it up on the top where the thin neck is, and the bottom, the belly stays warmer.
I see. See, now there's a beer drinker.
Well, there's
a beer drinker.
The term. It's the belly of the bottle.
Now there's a guy using all the terms,
That's
the buzzwords.
Termage.
That is a beer drinking man.
Is that right, really?
Isn't it amazing the one thing he knows about is beer?
I know, I was just thinking of how much he is like a long neck bottle of New Amsterdam beer.
And he's like Mr. Wizard. The long neck will keep the inductance from traveling downward.
Four-color label.
Yeah.
Keeps me cross-eyed.
By the way, why do you like the label? Because you like a label that is interesting to look at because you're looking at the bottle, fondling the bottle?
You feel a little classier drinking New Amsterdam.
I see. All right, well, there it is. And, hey, what other beer do you know of that got a 5-star rating in the Gourmet Guide to Beer? New Amsterdam, New York Amber Beer, too good to come from anywhere else. New Amsterdam.
I just thought of when the last time I had a beer was.
When was that?
It was in Ohio.
4 dead in Ohio during the riots, right?
Yeah, I was so upset.
Yeah.
I had a beer.
And what happened? What was the occasion that made you drink a beer?
I don't know. I guess I used to have it at my house for friends and stuff, and I must have been having a beer with the friends.
So a couple of guys and girls were over, and you started drinking beer, and next thing you knew, what?
Nothing.
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
Nothing
after
happened.
That. It's just that was when I used to drink beer.
I see. Wasn't that the time you were celebrating 2 days of celibacy? Because back then you were pretty wild. You were like congratulating yourself that you went for 2 days without men, and you cracked open a bottle.
Break open a bottle of beer.
There you go. That was a great party. I heard about it. All right.
I was talking to somebody.
And didn't you guys open those beers with your butt cheeks?
No, didn't do that.
Oh, all right.
That was another time.
Okay.
Not
that time.
But I was talking to somebody from those days a few days ago, and he said, "Do you still cook?" And I was like, "I cooked?"
Yeah, Robin, I've never seen Robin. Oh, Robin cooked for me once.
Well, apparently I used to cook all the time.
Robin made the seafood gumbo for me over her apartment.
It was paella.
Whatever. It was good. And like, she's real casual, though, when she cooks. Like, she was in and out of the kitchen and, like, just would leave the food around. And, I don't know, you made a whole day affair out of it. You know what I mean?
I don't understand what that means. What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't know. You were very relaxed about it. Like, you'd leave the kitchen.
It was like a formal meal where
I don't know.
What are you saying?
I don't know. It was just like you were all over the place with it. It was a very involved meal. It was very, very ambitious. She had things like cut up in little sections.
Well, yeah. When I do it, I do it.
With a lot of hassle.
With my own 2 little hands.
Yeah. Now she doesn't cook at all. Now she doesn't even call out well. She's beyond that. She has someone else to call out for her. Anyway,
to that point.
Let me tell you what's going on. Is our special guest here yet, Gary? I don't want to blow my load too soon.
No.
Like I do every other night. But, I had a miserable weekend. I just can't shake this cold that I got out in California. I read that when you go on a plane, all the germs in the plane just keep circulating.
They don't ever get rid of them?
No, because you know those little air ducts that blow out the oxygen?
Yeah.
That's just recycled air from everybody else that they've been breathing in and out.
But when they open the door, Howard, you get some new air in.
Well, during the flight, they don't open the door.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, for 6 hours, you're on the plane. There's no opening a door.
Right.
Right.
Well, for 6 hours, you're with some germs. It's not like they've been in there for years.
And they just keep recycling the same air. So if
Yeah.
somebody has a cold, it just goes through the whole cabin. For 6 hours, I shared Baba Booey's air. Same air that was coming out of his
when
mouth.
he breathed,
Yeah.
you breathed.
That went through his caps and his lungs and everything else.
If that were true, the whole plane would have stunk of my breath.
Right. It did.
It did, yes.
So anyway.
Our special guest is not here yet.
Uh-huh.
However, I have rung our special guest room.
Yeah.
And there's no answer.
Oh,
I
so
guess
she's on her way.
On her
Okay,
way,
good.
okay.
Great.
Well, now you know it's a her.
Yeah. We got a great show for you today. Don't tune out. Anyway, so where was I?
I laugh. It's so evil.
Yeah. The ultimate evil. It's, in fact, even I was laying in bed going, this is so wrong, it's right. How could
It
something
just slipped all the way over to the end of the meter.
how could something so wrong be so right? So anyway, yeah, this is the best thing we've ever done.
I do really feel that after today, we'll have reached the level of monsters.
Right. Radio monsters. Radio evil monsters.
You should be afraid of us.
I'm the guy in Hellraiser 3. In fact, I'm going to do the whole show like this. Okay. Anyway,
He's a novice.
right. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to make people suffer. Anyway, anybody feeling any guilt over today's show? Not me.
No, I don't feel any guilt.
Yeah, me neither. Guy's a dick. All right. Anyway, so where were we?
You were talking about how miserable you are.
Yeah. So, so when we were out in California, because, you know, like when backstage at the MTV Awards, I was in the trailer and washing my hair, and there was like a lot of...
Did you get a chill?
I don't know, and just being up late and doing a lot of radio and stuff, I got that bad sore throat. So now, like, for a week, I'll be miserable, you know? It's almost over.
Did you
but-
rest this weekend?
Yeah, I took it easy. I didn't do anything. I just laid around the house. Just got to get rid of this thing
Yeah.
because we got too much stuff going on. Are we all set, Gary?
Is it time?
A few minutes. Yeah, go ahead, because I got a couple of things to talk about.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk to the listeners and see if they can guess what's going to happen today.
Okay, because I want to know if they're excited just not even knowing.
In fact, I'm going to do the whole show like this. Wow. That's Philadelphia. Okay. Anyway.
That's that new satellite deal.
Look how far behind they are. Oh, that's right.
70-second delay.
Yeah, 70 seconds now.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, my friend.
You want me to talk now, or are you still talking?
No, I'll talk to you. Guess
Do you
what?
have a harmonizer in your home?
Yeah, listen to his voice. Let me talk to you like this.
Can I guess who your guest is?
Go ahead.
You can guess who my guest is, yes.
The zookeeper's wife?
Let me tell you something, my friend.
Let me tell you something, my friend.
Yes.
What did I say? Did you listen to us the first day we came on the air in Philadelphia?
I sure did.
Okay, you did.
Yes.
I predicted 3 things. I made prophecy. Did I make prophecy?
You sure did.
All right. I predicted 3 things when we went into Philadelphia. First of all, that zookeeper's a skunk. I can't stand him. Out of all the zookeepers in the country, I can't stand him the most.
Uh-huh.
And I predicted 3 things. Number 1, that we would trounce him into the ground, the zookeeper.
Yeah.
I knew we would beat him. I knew he sucked. I knew everybody thought he sucked. It just took time, you know? Secondly, I said that the zookeeper would be divorced once he lost all his ratings because he'd be horribly depressed and it would be terrible to live with him. And also, I couldn't even believe that the zookeeper's wife would really, truly be interested in him. No woman
Without
could
his
be.
ratings.
Yeah, without his ratings. Unless he had a lot of things going on in his life. I couldn't see that being a happy marriage. And I predicted one other thing. The third thing that I predicted was that one of you listeners would date the zookeeper's wife.
Oh, man.
And that's what's going to happen today.
Ooh.
The zookeeper's wife is with us.
She is with us.
Now I'm getting the chills.
She is now mine. She is now completely mine. The zookeeper's wife is mine.
We have her.
I have her.
She's way too fine for the zookeeper. This poor woman, imagine she had to kiss that big fuzzy face with that big mustachio and those gums.
And those protruding teeth.
The big protruding teeth, the waxed lips, the chicken outfit.
And the bald head.
You ready? Yes. All right, wait a second. Fred, give me something
Some
regal.
appropriate music.
Some appropriate music for the zookeeper's wife. First time I'm
A woman
meeting
who
her.
has been released.
A woman released. This is as much a coming out for her as it is for us.
A woman free of bondage.
Dude, can you believe it? Today, on the dating game, on Dial-A-Date, the zookeeper's wife.
Scarlett herself?
Yes, Scarlett. Didn't he call her Scarlett on the air?
I guess so. Yes, his Scarlet.
Yeah, well, screw that. Her name's Annette. And today,
This is no joke.
she's agreed to date one of you fools. And I hope it's...
Anything got to be better than what she was going through.
Robin, brace yourself for lightning. Here she is. Ooh,
Here
look
she
how
comes.
cute, too. What a shame you had to go through hell with that a-hole. Come on in. Oh, are you cute? Look how cute you are. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Come here, sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. I'm sitting.
Sit down. Look how cute you are. Nice body,
Cute I am.
cute face. No way he could get you. I've seen this guy. No way he could get you unless he had a happening job. You wouldn't have even looked at a guy like him. I bet you weren't even physically attracted to
But
him.
he's such a sweetheart.
Oh, but be
So
serious.
why are you leaving? He's so sweet.
Nicest guy in the world. Really. Really.
Now, Annette, you poor woman. You poor woman. Take off your
You've
leather
had our
jacket.
sympathy for many, many years. You know that.
Yeah. Why don't you take off your leather jacket so I can
6
look you
more?
over? Let me look over your body. Because by the end of the show, believe me, I'll be making out with you. That'll be great, huh?
Well, I can imagine that his show will be great today.
Yeah. As he
Has he
tunes.
gotten his new sidekick yet?
Absolutely.
Did he get his new little sidekick? Mark the Drucker's gone, so he got to get a new one.
The sports guy?
Yeah, new sports guy. That's going to work real well. That'll bring him down to about a 2 share. All right, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is great. You're now mine.
You are now mine.
You've come over to the dark side.
You're now my girlfriend. You're now my girlfriend.
She's your Scarlet.
You're my Scarlet.
Oh, do I have to be Scarlet?
You don't have to be any of that.
Thanks.
That's all over.
Thank
don't
you.
even bring up those bad memories.
Thank you.
So what was it like around your house
It was marvelous.
when I what are you smoking, cigarettes? You're a cigarette smoker, right?
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice.
Of course.
Is that because you were so stinking miserable in your marriage?
Who wanted to live?
Who would want to live? She prayed for cancer every day.
Oh, Lord.
You've escaped.
I was escaped.
What do you got, notes? Boy, you really are bitter. She's got
First
notes.
of all,
Yeah. This is weird, huh? Don't just relax and have a good time. Don't even worry about anything. Just have fun. The guy's a dick. And this is what he deserves.
he has one.
He's not treating he's not treating you well. He didn't treat you well.
Oh, he's still looking after me. Bought a house around the block.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He wanted to be close.
Why would he
Exactly.
buy
He wants to take care of me still, right?
Why would he buy a house around the block from you? Is he
He
still
still wants to take care of me.
You think he's still in love with you?
I don't think so.
You don't think he is?
No.
He walked
I
out
think
on you or
he's-
you walked out on him?
I think he's, it was a mutual sort of
Thing.
thing.
What happened? You met the zookeeper how? Were you a fan of his? Did you used to
No,
listen to him
I
on the
met
radio?
him as soon as he came to town.
You met the zookeeper when he came to town. How did you meet him? In a club?
Between a friend.
You're a young, sweet girl. Your body. How much you weigh?
About 107,
107 pounds. How tall are you?
5'6".
You're in top condition. You're a young. How old are you?
34.
But you look like you're 23, right? So, does she not
sure.
look young?
She does. She has a very young look, very young quality.
And you go to a club. Had you ever been married before? Never. And you go to a club, and when you see a hideous, bald, giant mustachio with the, you know how he has his gums? You know how his gums and his teeth, they look like wax teeth and gums? You know, I'm not saying I'm any,
like Sylvester.
I'm not saying I'm any stud or anything, but I know I'm better looking than him.
His dentist is going to appreciate this.
Yeah, right. Does he have a lot of dental bills? I mean, is he constantly at the dentist?
Yeah, well, they're trying to get those back in his mouth.
Yeah. They keep trying to escape. So, you go to a club and you're attracted to him? Were you is it love at first sight?
It was something like that, yeah.
Really? You were in love with him at first sight?
Well, it was infatuation, lust.
What
was it? What was it?
Was it the fact that he had a radio show?
No.
Nothing to do with that?
I didn't know that he did. Didn't know that he did. Didn't know who he was.
But there was something going on at the club. Were they making a big deal? He was the new disc jockey in town?
Mm-mm.
Maybe he just had that air about him because he was going on the air in Philly, you know, that kind of confidence a man will have.
Maybe I was ill that evening. I don't.
Yeah, maybe that was
There
it.
has to be something, Annette.
Were they making strong drinks that night at the club? Seriously, were you drinking a lot that night?
That's possible, too.
Really? Really?
That must help.
So maybe you were looped and you didn't know what was going on. How great is this? The zookeeper's wife. And you are still technically married to him, right?
Technically.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
And you will date one of the listeners. Oh, that's great. This is so great. How
Not
great
one
is
of
this?
his listeners, one of our listeners.
Yeah, one of our listeners. And let me tell you something. She's cute. I hope you fall in love with one of my listeners. I hope you make love to him on the first date. By the way, I predict this will happen in Cleveland as well. I believe that...
You're going to have that Playboy bunny.
The guy, Lanigan, who's married to the Playboy bunny, I believe that she will be on Dating Game as well. And let me tell you something. When I first made this prediction, did you used to hear me make these? You probably used to listen to us, not him, in secret. Am I correct?
A little bit.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Bit.
Come home from work. Howard Stern sucks. I was listening to him. It wasn't so bad. It was pretty good. Oh, not even you. How could you do this to me? Like, you probably didn't want to listen to us. You wanted to see your husband do well, but it's impossible to listen to him. He's unlistenable, isn't he?
No comment.
Oh, you can talk.
Look, she's a lovely, intelligent woman. How much of a zoo format could she take? Come on. How many birthday announcements can she listen to?
Yeah. Even the show got on your nerves, right?
At times.
Yeah. I
At
bet
times.
it did. I bet it did. What happened with Mark the Drucker?
Mark the Shark?
Mark the Shark. Mark the Shark. They had to give him a name. It's Mark Drucker. Mr. Drucker.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a real great guy. Did he ever hit on you?
Mark?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Just got married.
How come your husband dumped him from the show? Because you know why he dumped him? Let me tell you why. Because he's such a crummy radio guy, he dumps his partner and blames him for all his low ratings.
I see. So all of a sudden, Mark the Shark got bad.
Yeah.
He was good.
If anybody should have resigned, it's
and
Mark
then
the...
he got bad.
It shouldn't have been Mark the Drucker. It should have been the zookeeper. Am I correct in all this? Don't you agree? I mean, wasn't Mark the Drucker... What are you afraid to talk? You're afraid to talk, aren't you? What, did somebody get to you? Somebody got to her.
Oh, dear.
Why can't you speak your mind? What is the big deal? What are you afraid of?
What is he holding over
What is he
you?
holding over you?
What's he holding over me? Probably my life. I'm not sure.
Well, what are you tied up in litigation right now with the divorce?
You got it, baby.
I got it. So, in other words, you haven't come to a financial settlement with him yet.
No.
Oh, don't worry, you'll clean him out. We'll help you out with
Don't
that.
stop till you got every penny.
Yeah, you just keep going.
deserve it.
You deserve every penny for sleeping with that guy. How many years did you sleep with him?
9.
9 years.
You don't
Nine.
have. She's almost crying when you make her remember that.
Yeah, well, you'd cry too if you had him on top of you. 9 years you slept with the Philadelphia zookeeper. You deserve every penny he's got. You know that, don't you? That's battle pay.
Well, it's nice. I don't slide out of bed anymore because of the mustache wax.
Right.
It's,
By the end of your marriage, when you really couldn't stand him anymore, was it what annoyed you the most? The mustache? You probably liked that the most when you met him, but that's what annoyed you the most. By the end, am I correct?
annoyed me the most. I'm telling you, he's a lovely human being.
What was it? Oh, boy, they really got to her.
Yeah, but there had to be something that got on your nerves.
Is it like kissing a wisp broom? Yeah. Tell you, he ain't going to give you a dime. You know, he's going to fight you all the way in court. You might as well get this off your chest.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to all of a sudden fork over a lot of money if you're nice to him.
So what are you living on? Are you getting any kind of support?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are?
He's being very generous.
Oh, he is, really?
Of course. I told you he's a nice guy.
Yeah, but you're saying that with sarcasm. Nobody goes through a divorce and says that.
Of course I am.
I know. But anyway, she's here, and that's what counts.
That's right.
And we can put her on Dial-A-Date. Tell me what it was like around the house the day that I defeated the Zookeeper in the ratings in Philadelphia. Was it a very sad day? Was it a day where you all tried to, not you, but he tried not to acknowledge it? How does one deal with being trounced in Philadelphia?
Trounced? Was it a trouncing the first time?
About 2 points. That's a pretty good trouncing.
2
Radio.
points the first time?
The first time, yeah, 2 points. And then it got worse.
That's a trouncing.
Yeah.
Damn.
So did he get real depressed, or did he try to act like nothing was happening, or did he make a big comeback?
I don't think that he really...
He didn't even
really-
acknowledge it.
No.
He didn't acknowledge
No.
it. He just didn't want to even
It
look.
was okay.
It was okay.
It was fine.
It was fine about
Yeah.
it. Doesn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Right. Try to put up a good face in
Well,
front of
wait
his
a
woman.
minute. Then the first problems must have occurred when the erosion started.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you got to say that in some way, his professional life falling apart had to contribute to the downfall of the marriage. Am I correct?
It's possible.
Yeah. Very possible.
But he was very cocky when we first arrived,
Right.
saying he had no fear, that he was the big man on campus,
Right.
and that was that. So as soon as we started to make some inroads, I'm sure that's when he got wild.
He never discussed the show with you and never said, I don't know, what am I doing wrong? I don't understand. Why would people listen to him? Never discuss that?
Not really. Just my lines used to end up on the radio the next morning, so...
Oh, your lines. Really? You mean you would say stuff and then he would use it on the radio?
Sure.
All of
Really?
a sudden you were writing the show?
Oh, man. So, hey, maybe I better let my wife write the show because I can't. That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Ah.
He was looking for help from anywhere.
Today, one of you, the listeners, will date the Zookeeper's wife. That's right. The Zookeeper is dead.
Whose lines is he using now?
Mark the Druckers.
He's gone. He can't use his lines.
You know, it's unbelievable what's happened in Philadelphia. Not only did we become number one, not only did the radio station just become number one, not only did this guy lose his radio show, he lost his wife, and she's going out with one of our listeners. I love
She's
it.
here with us.
I love it.
She's come over to our side. She's ready to admit now. She's a fan.
You're cute, I'll tell you that, honey. You'll have no trouble hooking up with another dude. No trouble. Let me tell you something. If
Well,
I
maybe
was single...
she's like through with men after him. I hope you don't think
nah,
that.
she just needs a good
No, I
man.
didn't come for the lesbian dialectic.
Let me tell you something. You seem very together. I'm very surprised at what I see. I figured his wife would be a big mess.
A big mess?
Yeah. I'm
I'm a
shocked.
small mess.
No. There's nothing wrong with you. What are you wearing? Super tight jeans, stretch jeans? Very rock and roll. And he's such a doofus.
Yeah, he's in a duck outfit.
Yeah, he's in a duck outfit. And look how cute you look.
With a captain's hat on.
You wearing a bra?
Oh, Lord.
Are you wearing a bra, Annette?
Are you?
No. I'm braless today.
Are you braless today?
Yeah, I'm
Proud
braless.
of it here.
You don't even have panties on. I know it. You're completely... I turn you on a lot more than your ex-husband, don't you? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. If
Oh,
I was
yes,
single...
absolutely,
if
Howard.
I was single...
I'm
if I was
enamored.
single, we'd have sex tonight.
I'm truly enamored.
We would have sex. Well, guys, I can't take her up on that because I'm a married man
With a pregnant wife.
with a pregnant wife.
Yes.
Oh, that's another thing he couldn't do, huh? Oh, dear.
Did you guys ever try to have children?
Yeah.
You did, didn't you?
Apparently so.
And what happened? You couldn't get pregnant?
It was a rather boring time.
Gonna last. I better not get pregnant and involve a kid.
Exactly.
Wow. It's so boring that you couldn't get pregnant?
No, that I didn't want to.
Oh, you really? You mean that you were so...
He wanted to, and you didn't.
And you were
Oh.
smart about it. You said, hey, I don't know if this is going to last. I better not get pregnant and involve a kid.
Exactly.
Wow. Because she knew that the kid would be bald. Because he has bald sperm, right? Right, Robin?
Yes, his sperm. Have you seen them? They're all bald.
Yeah, they're all bald. Bald. It's bald.
Mustaches.
Oh, this is the greatest show ever. I said that once we took away the Zookeeper's ratings, we would have his wife. And we do. She's mine now. She's my wife now. I told you to get out of town, you stupid ass. Didn't I tell you that? Did I tell you to leave town? You get out of town. Philadelphia is my town now. You do what I say, my dog. You're my dog. I got your wife, you idiot. You're my dog. Bark for me. You do tricks for me. When I tell you to do something, you do it. You didn't think this would happen. You thought I was BSing, didn't you, Zookeeper? I have nothing to live for except beating you into the ground. That's it. The most sorry existence on the planet is Howard Stern's existence.
No. His is even sorrier now.
All I do is wake up in the morning and dream of humiliating you. That's all I do. And now your wife doesn't even want you anymore. I have your wife. Your wife would rather be on my show than yours. Your own wife.
Nice tone.
Yeah. Your own wife is with me, and she wants to date one of our listeners. You'll probably have a good time. You'll meet a nice
Probably
guy.
will.
Yeah, you probably will.
I'm just sitting here thinking about how he can't answer the request line.
Yeah. They must be going wild. How great is this, dude? Do I make things come true or what?
Yeah.
Even I don't believe how true this became. I bet you'd like to date the Zookeeper's wife, huh?
Howard, much like you, my wife won't let me date.
Oh, you're married, huh?
Yeah.
Get off the line.
Nah, come on. The guy's
Oh, he was just somebody we were announcing this to.
The guy was just happy. He's happy to see you. We know
Are you
how
happy to
miserable
see
you
me?
are. We know how miserable you've been.
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 I'm very happy, thank you.
Are you happy now?
I'm very happy.
I bet it started
I'm
the day
Very happy.
you got him out of the house.
Have you started dating yet? Have you started dating at all yet, or are you
Yeah.
still? Oh, you have.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any period of adjustment that you needed.
No.
No.
Absolutely
You were
not.
ready to start
no,
dating.
I was ready.
You
I
were.
was truly ready.
You had waited 9 years, and now you needed to date.
I needed to date.
You needed a date.
I needed
things
to date.
Wasn't it great to be
go
with
badly?
other men after this guy? I mean, it must have been like a breath of, like when you open the window in a stale house. Was it great? Yeah. You feel really good. Tell you got a tight little body, honey. I'm telling you. Wouldn't mind doing you. No problems falling into the arms of other men, right? I mean, there wasn't even a period of adjustment. There wasn't even a period of an adjustment, was
No.
there? No.
It wasn't like you had
No.
to get over him.
Yeah.
Get over the zookeeper.
Absolutely not.
Right. The Zookeeper. How did you feel being married to a guy in a duck outfit and a sailor's cap? Did he ever try a toupee on around the house? Did he ever try for the toupee look? Did he?
Well, he used to comb his hair like way up over his head.
Oh, like dewlap it?
Dewlap it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't work.
In the back, and
Oh,
it didn't.
It didn't cover the bald spot.
It's because, as it turns out, the Latrobe Brewing Company has no theme park, no gift shop. In fact, not even so much.
On Nutrisys marriage like yours, a difficult marriage. That there is depression, fatigue, change in personality, loss of appetite. Did you experience these things?
Many of them.
Many of them. Did you notice them in your friend? Did you try to warn her? Did you say get away?
A lot of those things happen.
You did, and you tried to get her away from the Zookeeper. I'm sure you said to her, "Hey,"
Well, you probably didn't want to say.
maybe you
Dump
didn't want
your husband.
You didn't want to
No,
interfere,
No, because the John I always saw was very nice.
right?
His public face.
Okay.
The public face. I see. You didn't know what was going on behind closed doors. How could you have known?
No, and Annette did not tell.
Because
I
she was
see.
a good wife.
You were a good wife, weren't you, Annette?
Darn good wife.
Yes, and you did not let out your most hideous of secrets.
That's right.
The most evil of secrets, that things were not well in the household.
Oh.
Poor Annette. But today you're among friends.
I feel that.
You are no longer sleeping with the enemy. You're with us now. You're among friends. You're with a family now. The Manson family.
It's a family.
But
Come
it's a
on,
family.
I feel
You're here.
loved.
Yep.
Just call me Squeaky.
That's right. Annette is a beautiful, vivacious woman. The Annette that you know is a very, very caring, loving woman. Am I correct?
Very much.
And it probably pains you to see her go through so much torture. Am I correct?
It does. It hurts.
It does hurt.
She's doing great.
And she's going to do even better today.
She's doing great.
She's going to do even better today because I'm going to get her a real man. A man who can satisfy her in every way, emotionally and physically. I'm going to find you a man, Annette.
You're going to find me a man?
You're damn right. Well, it shouldn't be too hard.
I have one.
Oh, you do have a man now?
Yeah.
But you're seeing several people. Just one guy you're seeing?
Yeah, I'm just...
But you're open to new dates and new ideas, right?
Oh, sure.
You're not going to tie yourself down immediately to one guy, are you?
No. Yes, no. Yes, no.
You don't
Yes,
know?
no.
So you're seeing a guy now?
Sorry, Jack.
This is Jack who you're seeing, right? Now, how did you meet Jack?
He's been a friend for quite a while.
For a long time. Did the zookeeper know Jack?
Yes.
He did. So you're dating one of the zookeeper's friends then, right? I love this woman. Do you love it? I love it. You're dating one of the zookeeper's friends. Yes. You really know how to hurt a guy. I love it. So
I had to do something.
So do you have this guy over your house and stuff, and you guys party and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So now that John is in the neighborhood, he can see you two.
Right.
Coming and going.
Now, why would your ex-husband or your ex-husband-to-be...
Ex-husband-to-be,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, your boyfriend, is he bald with a mustache, or you got a completely
No,
different...
he's great head of hair.
You got a great head of hair.
Great head of hair.
I got you.
Great body.
Great body. Does he smoke does he smoke a lot of cigarettes and stuff?
Not a whole lot, no.
I see, yes. It's a breath of fresh air. Hey, your friend over there isn't too bad either. You two ever get it on?
Oh.
No? Why? What's wrong with that? You say that like it's a bad thing. You got a hot little body yourself. Where'd they grow you girls?
Jersey.
Jersey? Is that where you're both from?
Yeah, Jersey girls.
You married too?
Well,
Yes.
Oh, you are? You got kids?
2.
Oh. She got big jugs. You're a D cup, aren't you?
No.
See?
After children, you know. And
Yeah, but well, my wife after children, she had like they get small
yeah,
afterwards.
that's right.
You got a C cup at least. True?
should have seen her in high school.
Really? Big
Ooh la
cans,
la.
huh?
Ooh la la.
You guys were never attracted to one another in a lesbian kind of way? Never? Ever see each other naked? Ever see her naked?
I believe so.
Really? Attracted at
I
all?
must have.
Never attracted, huh?
No.
No.
Huh.
Annette might
Good
be.
question.
Really? I think Annette's attracted to you. That'd be great if you would have gone lesbian
Oh, God.
after being married to the zookeeper. That would have been great. Wouldn't have been... I just can't stand guys
That
anymore.
would be the ultimate.
Well, this is too much fun. I'm having too much fun. Come over here. Let me rub you down. Let me give you a back rub. Come over here. Come on. Let me loosen you up. You're a little nervous. You're a little tense. Come on. You know how it'll drive your ex-husband crazy to have you in my arms and rub you down. Don't you think, Robin?
Absolutely.
Here, come over here.
That
Take off your
you
headphones.
touched his wife?
Yeah, come on. I'll come over here. I'll touch you. Come on. What's the big deal? Come here.
I remember once meeting Annette, he wouldn't let me talk to her.
Annette wanted to talk to us because we're her favorite radio people. Come here, Annette. Come over here. Come here. Come here. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Take a seat.
The zookeeper's wife is in my lap. Hey, zookeeper, your wife's in my lap. I'm with her now. You got to admit, I feel a lot more masculine, don't I?
Oh, I'd say so.
Don't you feel a little bit of a twinge of excitement?
A twinge, a
Let
tingle.
me rub you
A
down.
twinge.
Just tell me what's going through your mind as I rub you down, so your ex-husband can hear.
Ooh, what the heck was that?
How's this feel? How's this feel? How's that feel?
Lovely.
How do you like that?
It's lovely.
Am I just rubbing your shoulders?
Yes.
You mind if I kiss your neck? Is there any big deal to that? Is there anything wrong with that? Do you mind if I kiss your neck? Do
Am I being attacked?
you mind if I kiss your neck?
Kiss my neck.
Hold it. Let me move your hair. You just need you need some gentle.
Tender loving hair.
How'd that feel? How'd that feel?
It was marvelous.
Really? Did you like it?
I'm really turned on.
Can I rub you back some more?
Sure.
Look at this. She's in my lap. I'm rubbing her back and kissing her neck. You stupid bald idiot. You dummy. Look at this. How's that feel? Good, huh? I feel a little excitement here. I feel it. I feel it between us. Hey, if my wife's listening, this isn't cheating. This is competing. Yeah. How's
So
that feel?
he says.
Yeah, what about your shoulders? Let me do this. How's that?
Ooh.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Very nice.
Now you're relaxed.
No.
I got to admit, I'm a little aroused. Did he ever rub you down like this? No.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did?
he did.
Not as good as I'm doing. Admit it. My hands are much more masculine, aren't they?
Well, he had good hands.
Yeah, but mine are better. Admit mine are better. Admit mine are better. Tell the truth. Whose hands are better right now?
Well, I guess I'd have to have him here to compare. So.
Oh, come on. You had him for how long?
You can't even
A
remember.
long time. I can't remember, Robin. That's right.
Aren't you getting a little excited? Isn't there any energy between us?
Yeah, sparks are flying.
Yeah,
It's
come on.
amazing.
All right, I'll leave you alone. Come on. I had enough with you.
She's had enough of DJs.
How'd you like? Yeah, I think watch this wire here. Don't trip on that. All right. I just can't believe I had you in my lap and I was rubbing you down. If I was single, I would have had your pants off. In 2 seconds. Okay, let's get out of our clothes and relax. Hey, Zookeeper, I just had your wife in my arms.
You'd be doing a little naked therapy.
Yeah. I would do it right on the air just to rub it in. You and I would be banging right on the air. Tell me how wild that would be. All right, when we come back, the DeBaldi divorce party continues. I will then go to the phones.
We have to look for candidates.
I will find dates for Annette DeBella, Mrs. DeBella, as I predicted. She is now mine. I'm dealing her out to you guys.
Dealing me out?
Yeah, I'm dealing you out.
Piece of meat?
Yes.
Hey, wait
No,
a
of course
second.
not. You're a very vulnerable woman right now. I have to find you the right guy.
That's right.
I will find you the right man.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be funny if we found her next husband?
Yep. She's very pink and very available, guys. And you know what? She just needs a really good guy to help her through this very traumatic time. And that's
Show
when
her a good time. Teach
Yeah.
her how to laugh again.
it's going to be
That's
great.
right.
I'll go to the phones right after these words.
I'm Wally. And I'm Ollie. We're the K-Rock Archivists. It's our job to dig deep into the 92.3 K-Rock record.
$89. That's right, Jeep. $10,499. What'd you pay? About 15?
17?
17?
Something like that?
This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mazda Jeep Eagle Suzuki of New Rochelle, 162 Main Street, New Rochelle, New York, 914-576-8300. Yes. Robin, I am receiving faxes like
Yes?
crazy.
What are people?
Let's get on with it, because you're anxious to go on your date with your dream man. So far, we heard from Bachelor number 1, Captain Jenks.
Right.
Let's see now.
Now, where's Bachelor number 2?
Number 2, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Is this Mike?
Yes, it is.
Now, you're the 25-year-old bouncer who looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, sir.
What are you, a karate man?
Do a little bit of Taekwondo, Tai Chi.
I see. So you're in very, very good shape, aren't you?
I try.
You're the kind of man that a woman could really fall for.
I try.
You're the kind of guy that goes out on a date and women really want to sleep with him, right?
Yes.
And yet you say you don't always sleep with all the women because you are afraid of the AIDS virus.
That is correct.
Well, certainly you sound like a lot of fun. Now, what religion are you?
Let's see, Catholic, I guess. I'm not really religious.
I see, but you were born Catholic. What about you, Annette? Are you a Catholic?
I'm rather agnostic.
Agnostic?
But what were you raised?
Baptist.
Baptist?
Oh, yes.
Baptist.
I see.
I don't really.
I'm from the
stress,
South, so
the
I
religion
had
too
no
much.
choice about
Are you
that.
from the South?
Uh-huh.
I did not realize that. Where are you from exactly?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yes, you're a country girl, aren't you?
No.
Well, in a way you
lived
are.
in a-
Yes, you're very naive.
You're naive. I think not.
So you say you do karate. Are you a black belt?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it.
Does your penis do any karate?
It can't break boards or anything, but I'm working on it.
Too bad, mine can.
Hey, Howard, can I tell you, very good on the fart, man. That was unbelievable.
Well, thank you. You know, Robin, really, the fart man thing made such an impression. I got to get this movie made already. That's the only problem.
Now you have to make a movie.
I know.
Because
Have you
you've
started
introduced the character.
By the way, Annette, you are going to be in the movie.
I want a part.
Do you want a part in the movie?
Serious.
Oh, that's. You know what? You got it.
I'm
The
serious.
Zookeeper's wife will be in my movie.
Howard, having that be the driver to the fartmobile.
Yes. No, she'll be better than that. She is going to be the girl who I bang in the first scene. We're going to do a love scene together, my dear.
All right.
We're going to be in a men's room together, up on a sink, you and I, doing it.
Oh, my.
Doing
Can
it
I,
dirty style, like a dirty, dirty dog.
Can I fan you?
What?
Could I fan you in the movie?
Yes, while you fan me.
Yes. I'll watch.
And feed me grapes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, she'll be my toilet paper girl to my fart man. Yes. All right, now tell me about yourself here. What age did you lose your virginity?
Let's see, 16. Is
16, and what is the wildest place that you ever had sex in?
The sink?
You did it in the sink.
You did it in the sink.
Was there a girl there in the room with you?
No.
No. There was no girl in the room with you. And where do you like to go on romantic dates?
Well, see, I'm an outdoors type, so I like to take hiking trips.
You like to hike, huh?
Yeah, biking trips.
Girls hate that kind of stuff. Do you hate hiking and biking, Annette?
I don't really hate it.
It's just you don't prefer it. To me, hiking is hiking to a hotel and getting my ass in a nice bed.
Yeah, did you hear that story I read last week of the guy who wrote the diary up there, 113 days not found by anyone?
Yeah, well, you know what? This guy, though, must be in very athletic condition. Women like that. Do you walk around with your shirt off a lot?
Yeah, especially down the beach. I love going to the beach.
I see.
How about that?
And what about?
Yes, I do like the beach.
And you walk around with your shirt off, Annette?
Well, yeah, if I have a bathing suit
Annette,
on, certainly.
Do you ever go to the beach and wear a thong? Do you?
I would if I had one.
You don't own a thong?
I don't own one. Janet gave me one.
Oh, is that right, Janet? You wear a thong?
I gave it to Annette.
Really? Did you ever wear one on the beach?
Sure.
Really? Hey, stand up. Let me look at you for a second. Let me look at your body. I'm not getting a real good look. You are pretty tight.
This was a couple of years ago.
A couple of years? No, you look good. She's kind of cute.
How old is she, Howard?
Who, Annette?
Yes.
She's in her 30s. What are you, 30 what?
34.
34. But she looks like she's about 25.
It doesn't matter. That's great.
What about you, Junior? You ever have two girls at the same time?
No, I never have, Howard.
You've never had two girls at the same time?
Nope.
What age did you say you lost your virginity?
16.
How old was the girl?
Who said it was a
girl?
girl?
Be a teenager.
Who said it was a girl is right. Have you ever had homosexual sex?
Thanks, Jackie. What's that?
That was Robin who said that.
Oh, thanks, Robin.
Have you ever had homosexual sex?
No, I haven't. I can't say that I have.
Never as a young boy? You never had any kind of towel fights? Or you never... come on.
Well, there was one time.
What happened?
All right, what happened?
He's in denial.
Yeah, what happened?
It is denial. Well, this priest, okay?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding.
No, really, what happened?
No, really, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm sure something must have happened. Every guy's had something. I mean, something stupid. I mean, it doesn't mean you're gay. It just means that some little friend came on to you or something.
Well, let's see.
I mean, let's be honest.
An older friend,
Right. Older guy?
playing doctor, those sort of things.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's no big deal.
I'm just kidding. Come on.
Come on, you know
Nothing
something
happened to you.
No, nothing happened.
I see. Well, why don't you say something that will make Annette fall in love with you? Go ahead, because here's your one chance to talk directly to her.
Okay, Annette, let me think here. All I can say is I would love to show you what a real man can do. And I don't know what Captain Jenks said. I didn't hear that at all. But he's a little squat. Enough with him. Now, if you want to go out on a real date, this is what you're looking for. I can't promise you to bring down the pyramids.
What?
Well,
bring down the pyramids?
I didn't claim to build
Why
pyramids.
can't? Oh, you don't claim to build pyramids?
Right.
Why not claim to build pyramids?
Okay, I did. I built many
Win her
pyramids
love. This is the zookeeper's wife. Dopey.
I still can't believe she's here. I still can't believe it. And I'd love to take you out on a hiking trip, or I know...
She don't like hiking.
Come on a first date, she's not going to go up into the woods with you.
With you? You're not with a hatchet? Ever tie a girl up?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Did you let her go?
She's still in his basement. Oh, really? You did tie up a girl?
Yes.
What was the purpose of that? Where did you tie her up to?
Well, haven't you ever done that, Howard?
No, tell me what you did.
Okay, well, I got a bunch of my neckties that I had.
Yeah.
And,
But don't imitate my story.
No, I'm not. Wait, was that your story?
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
No,
you got a bunch of neckties, and what'd you do? Where'd you tie her to?
To the bedpost.
Yeah.
Hands above, like,
Hands
shackle
shackled?
form.
And what about her legs?
To each side of the bed.
Really?
Yes.
Completely spread eagle?
Yes. Absolutely.
And how long did you leave her tied up like that?
Well, let me go downstairs and check. Hold on. Oh, she's still there.
How long did you keep her tied up like that?
A couple hours.
And what did you do to her?
It lasted for a few hours.
It did?
Yes.
And she loved it?
Absolutely.
Ever been tied up, Annette? I take that as a yes. You've been tied up, haven't you?
Not by that walrus face.
Touch.
Not by walrus face, have you? You wouldn't allow that walrus face to tie you up, would you?
No.
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 And that
Smart.
can I ask
She's been
her-
tied up, but not by walrus face.
Can I ask her a question?
Yes.
During sex with walrus face, were there many drugs involved?
Well, I don't think that's an appropriate question.
Well, I just want to know if she's drug free.
Oh, is Annette drug-free?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. Any woman who could have sex with that guy without taking any drugs has got to be admired. No one would blame you if you did take drugs during
That's
that.
what you call a
Not at all.
constitution.
Not at all.
So you have never been tied up by your ex-husband?
No.
No.
Just in litigation.
Right. All right. Very good, Robin. 825 92.3 KROC WYSP WJFK. I was working toward that one. All right. Listen, we're going to take a break, Junior. Then we're going to get to number 3.
Okay.
And then we're going to see who wins this big date. Is it going to be you, Captain Jenks, or Bachelor number 3?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Hold on. Well, here it is, guys. I told you we'd get the zookeeper's wife for you. I want to know every detail in that after you go out on the date. I want to know every detail. I want to know every detail.
Absolutely.
I want to know when you kissed his hot, steamy Bonnie. When you were in the pool and jacuzzi together. You got a jacuzzi?
No, I don't.
No.
No.
I'm sure after you clean them out, you can put a jacuzzi in, too. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
The classic rock station, 92.3 KROC.
Yeah, they got all that stuff at GNC.
I love to look at the food supplements. I never know what to really take.
By the way, the zookeeper's wife is out in the hall with Fred. Oh, boy. I don't know if you realize.
Bonding out there.
Oh, yeah.
I even saw Scott the engineer taking a shot.
Yeah, everybody is. Everybody's just hanging with the zookeeper's wife. It's fun. We're all rejoicing this morning together. I promised you a special broadcast, and here it is. Our competitor's wife.
There she is. She's right here with us.
And everyone who's listening to us, whether it be Cleveland, Dallas, Los Angeles, rejoices with us because they're happy to see our competitor's wife in the studio dating our listeners. The only show that brings you the competition's wife in the studio. And you look good, too. Nice tight ass.
Thanks.
Nice tight ass. Nice breasts. You can't possibly be wearing underpants under that outfit, can you?
I certainly am.
You are really?
Yes.
You dressed special for me, didn't you? Come on, admit it in a way. You wanted to look your best. For the real zookeeper.
This is usually the way I dress.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, you wanted to look good for me. Be honest. You know you did.
Well, I didn't bring my rattiest jeans, let's put it like that.
Let's face it, you definitely think there's something, there's definitely an energy between us. Would you agree?
Oh, I feel that. Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Really, do you?
Sparks.
I feel something.
I told you.
You don't?
Sparks.
No, do you feel anything, or you're being sarcastic?
Sparks are flying.
No, come on, be honest.
Yeah.
You feel a little something.
Yeah.
I don't mean sparks. I'm not saying there are sparks, but there's something.
There's
electromagnetic energy.
There's some ions flying around in here.
That's right. All right, let's find out the outcome of this date.
We've got a third bachelor to question.
Because the thing we want more than anything is for one of our listeners to get their hands on Annette. Rub her, kiss her, make out with her, maybe even get all the way with her. That's right. Score a home run. At least third base. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Now, is this wild or what?
Yeah, it's great.
Here she is. I just received the following facts. Howard, you've outdone yourself.
Hey, I believe it.
As far as the prediction goes, this is the total demise of the zoo. They're all at each other's throats as we speak.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
3 for 3. She's got to go with number 3. Let's get this show over with. You got the midget number 1.
Right.
You got Schwarzenegger number 2.
Right.
I mean, let's be real.
Let's be real. You're the man for the job.
You're right.
And I need you to be romantic with her. I need you. I want one of my listeners to make love to Annette. Physically, emotionally, everything. You come in here, let me smell your hand.
Oh, jeez.
Both of them.
Both hands.
Thank you.
That's the kind of attitude I like.
All right.
A man who jumps in with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
You want her. You want her.
on.
You want her badly? Tell me how badly you want her.
Well,
Come on. Make it known to everyone.
Well,
Yes, why are you on the phone?
Why are you really
Why
here?
am I on the phone?
Yeah, why are you really calling you? Tell me.
Well, just something I had to do.
Right.
I've been,
Why the drive? Because she's a zookeeper's wife, or is there something more? Is there something? The sound of her voice? What is it?
Well, it was everything. The whole package, Howard.
The whole package.
The voice.
You felt bad for her, didn't you?
Yes.
Is that what you want to say? You felt bad for her?
I felt bad for her.
And
I want her to be happy. I want her to experience some.
I appreciate
some
that.
joy in her life.
I hear inner sadness. I really do, Annette. I hear sadness.
do?
No, I'm being serious with you. I hear some sadness with you. I sense it. Do you sense it, Robin?
I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
No, I sense a sadness.
Well, you're happier now, yes, but you've been through a lot.
You've been
That's
hurt.
right.
No, but I sense a sadness.
I'm
climbing up
still there
again, but-
behind your eyes.
Right.
Yes,
You see it behind blue eyes. Whatever. Behind brown eyes.
Brown eyes, Howard?
They are. Let me see. That's so. We kept it so dark in here, so I'd look handsome to Annette.
You can't see her.
They look black. Her eyes.
Brunette or blonde, Howard?
She's very dark hair.
Oh.
But a very, very thin body with nice pert breasts, a nice ass.
Oh, exactly what I'm looking for.
She was
the ideal woman.
And she did not have any children with the zookeeper because she knew enough not to have any with him. He wanted them, but she did not want to have them with him.
She's obviously a bright woman.
Right.
There you go.
You knew enough not to have children. That would have been the worst. In a loveless marriage. Am I correct?
Yes, it would have been.
Yes. Smart.
And secretly she felt he would not make a good father.
Yes. Yes. Is that true?
I don't know.
Not for your children.
He's awfully good with children.
But you didn't want to have any with him.
What held you back?
Well, that was because of the problems we were having within the marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
you knew.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, because so many of these kids get caught up in this divorce.
I know.
And why should a kid have to suffer the humiliation of a father who has a big mustachio and duck suit
and
is a loser?
Protruding gums.
Right, and protruding gums and loses in the ratings. So, all right, let's get to the point here. What age did you lose your virginity?
Who, me?
Yeah.
16.
16 years
15,
old.
16, something
15,
like
16 years old. Ever have two women at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, you
Twice.
have? Twice you've had that. How'd you make that happen?
It just happened in college.
Don't tell me it just happened. Where were you in college? In your dormitory room?
No, I was out at a party.
You were at a party. You were at a party, you were wearing...
First night of school.
Right, first night of college.
And,
what college was this?
State University in Pennsylvania.
State University, Penn State.
Good guess. Good try. Close.
What is the name of the college?
Bloomsburg.
Bloomsburg.
Bloomsburg?
Isn't that a Jewish college?
Yes.
Are you Jewish?
No.
What are you?
Presbyterian.
Oh, you are Presbyterian. I thought so. I knew it, Robin.
I answered the wrong question.
He sounds like a Presbyterian.
He certainly does. And you say that you were at the first night in college at a party. What, there were several girls in the room?
Well, actually, it was an outside party. There were about 250 people. It was real crowded.
Yes.
We decided to get away. We went...
Now, when you say it was crowded, the party was crowded, these two women, what, you just started conversation with them? Did you know?
I had known them prior. It was my roommate's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And her friend.
And her friend.
So
and
did you all come together?
Yes.
No, Robin, you're jumping ahead of the story. That's a pretty good trick to come together with. Did you all go to the party together?
Yes.
Oh, I see. All right, so you all went to the party together. Now, your roommate was not... What happened to this roommate?
Well, he had just dumped this girl.
He just thumped this girl?
No,
dumped
dumped.
her.
Oh, dumped her. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
At the end of the summer.
I said, hey, maybe that's a new word on me. I thought I heard them all.
No.
So he had just dumped this girl. And
He had just dumped her
right,
at the
I understand.
end of the summer.
And she was a little upset about that.
Yeah.
Good-looking girl?
Mhm.
And what did the girls wear to the party that night?
Shorts and, like, halter tops.
Shorts and halter
like
tops.
T-shirt tops.
How old were these girls?
20.
20 years old. Very young, very fresh.
Yes.
So they said, hey, it's getting crowded. Let's get out of here.
Right, so
Did you have any sense that maybe you'd be able to get it on with them?
I thought the one maybe, but not the other one.
Not the girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right. Now, so you went and you, where do you go with them?
Well, we jumped in my car to get away from the party.
And where did you go?
Went down to, picked up a case of beer.
Go ahead, case of beer.
And we went down by the river.
Down to the river?
Yeah. And we put out a blanket.
And you put out a blanket and no other people were around?
Right.
Right.
We just sat down there.
You're
by the river.
outside by a river and no one else comes around and you're laying there on the blanket. You're in the middle between the two girls.
Right.
Okay.
We're just drinking beer.
Right. Now what happens next?
Next thing I know, the one...
Old Jed's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Kinfolk said, hey, Jed, get out of there.
That's right.
Said California is the place he ought to be, and they packed up the bags and moved to Beverly
Hills.
That is. Movie stars.
Swimming pools.
Wild women.
All right, so go ahead.
So next thing you know, the one just kissed me on the cheek. The other one...
Which one, the girlfriend of your roommate?
No, the other one.
Yeah, go ahead.
And before you know it, I was making out with the one, and the other one was grabbing me in various places.
Really?
And then I kissed the other one, and it just went back and forth, and then...
And then they ripped their clothes off?
Well, I started to take the one girl's clothes off. The other one took my clothes off, and...
And did they get it on with each other as well?
No.
Just you?
Yeah.
Boring.
Boring.
You call that boring? Jeez, man, you must get up on all fours, my sweet. What are you doing in the sack?
Howard, I was in total
I pictured
shock.
this. Why were you?
I was in total, because I didn't expect it. I was in total
This
shock.
Annette must be one wild little bird.
Oh, yeah.
That's boring to you? You're saying you're wilder than that, my sweet? Come over here.
I can be.
Back over here. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll butt bongo you.
We're not butt bongoing.
Yes,
Forget
we are.
about it.
Pull your
Forget
pants down
about
now.
it.
Pull your pants down now. Let me spank you. You want to get wild? I'll show you boring.
Yeah, I'll butt bongo.
Butt bongo. All right, you sound pretty interesting. Let me.
Well, it happened again. Was it the same women?
Nope.
Happened again. Where were
yeah,
you
but
this time?
the second one really nothing materialized. Two roommates and came back from a party. We were in dorm, co-ed dorm, and came back into the room and
I never get anything.
started, making out with the one, and then
Really?
the other one, and then the one got up to go to the bathroom, and
Best time to get them is when they go to the bathroom.
well, she left the room, was with the roommate, and then the roommate came back in. This one went to the bathroom, and when the second one came back,
I can't take it anymore. Shut up.
All right.
All right. With the second one and the first one.
Who even knows who's in and who's out?
I don't even know what he's talking about. All right, hold on. She's going to make a decision. Say something lovely to her because this is it. This is your one final chance to get the zookeeper's wife.
hey, Annette, if you want a class act and a good time, pick me.
He must be a decent-looking guy. Getting two girls at the same time.
Twice.
Twice. How many guys
Well,
get that? Shut up. All right, hold on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me take a break, and then we'll have the big decision. Annette, you're going to date one of the listeners.
Absolutely.
They sound like good guys. Come on, you got to admit. A lot better than that jerk you were married to, right? Yes. You're excited, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right, we will take a break, and then we'll come back and hear Annette's final decision. The zookeeper's wife. Hey, zookeeper, I know you tuned in this morning, you big dickhead.
I'm so surprised he didn't call in and try to win a date.
Yeah. Hey, are you? Hello, can I have a date? Think he's listening right now?
I don't know. I think so.
Were you threatened before you came on here at all?
Yes.
You were. What were you told, not to come on? But
So
you came
he's
anyway.
trying to curtail your activities, is he?
But you came on anyway,
Absolutely.
didn't you? There's no. You've done nothing wrong. You're a free woman.
This is still America.
You've done nothing wrong, Annette. You need a date. You wanted a date with one of my listeners. Threats. How could he threaten you? It's wrong.
It is wrong. I agree.
We're all on your team now.
Thanks,
You got nothing to fear. You're with winners now. People who know how to win, not losers. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll go on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. We are the champions, my friend. My friend. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Hi, this is Dave Herman, and today...
Preservatives. Just great tasting all-natural soda from America's #1 maker of all-natural beverages, Snapple. Isn't it about time you had some Snapple? Snapple natural beverages made from the best stuff on earth. Give them all natural Snapple so their hair won't fall out, like the zookeeper. Annette's friend's got a nice body, boy. I'm checking her out.
Yeah?
Yeah, real nice. What do you guys think of her?
Cute little package.
Yeah, nice little package. Very classy. That zookeeper couldn't get both of them in the sack? What's wrong with him? Could have made that happen. Hey, where are the girls? Zookeeper's wife is out of the room, and she's been smoking cigarettes like crazy. She's real nervous.
Well, she's not a radio performer. I
No.
suppose this is kind of nerve-wracking for her. She wouldn't do DeBella's show. Come on, this has got to be
What's going on at the zookeeper's mind right now?
mind-blowing.
What's going on in your husband's mind, do you think, right now? What would you guess?
Oh, my. I couldn't fathom a guess on that.
Really?
You should tune in and check it out.
I don't think you'd find out on the air. I think
I don't think he'll be talking about what's actually going on.
the emasculation of the zookeeper.
Denial, denial,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Howard,
Yeah.
you know how, like, when you walk around, I know how it happens to me, too, but, like, when you walk down the street, sometimes people yell, dial a date.
Yeah.
Now people are going to yell at him.
Dial a date.
Dial a date.
I'm anxious now to find out who the zookeeper's wife will choose.
Well, let's run down her list
Annette, the zookeeper's
candidates.
wife. She can't wait to be divorced from him, so she's not the zookeeper's wife anymore.
Yeah.
You poor woman.
I hate that name.
I know. It's
I
all
love
good.
animals, but I hate that name.
What, zookeeper?
Yeah.
So childish. And it's so stupid. It represents everything goofy in life.
Goofy.
Yeah, goofy. Just downright
Yeah.
goofy.
Goony goofy.
Yeah, and imagine calling yourself the zookeeper. Did you guys actually have Yazoo license plates?
No.
You didn't have a Yazoo license plate?
No.
You didn't have zoo license plate?
No.
Yeah. Thank God. Somebody will flip your wig. Very charming woman, you know that. I feel bad for you that you had to go through all that, but you'll see. Everything will be fine. Now that Howie's on the
Hey,
team.
that's right.
We'll watch out for you, don't worry. You've come over to the right side of things.
I believe I have. Great music, man.
Thank you.
You've come to me. You've made the right decision. When you were with him, you were on the wrong side, the side of evil. You are with the right person now, right, Robin?
That's right. She's now in the light.
I love that voice.
You are now in the light. Feel my light. Feel it. Reach into my pants and feel the light. That's no flashlight. Yes. Are you ready to make your decision?
Oh boy, this is tough. They're all so nice.
Let's think about it, though. You guys, I saw you and your friend there. What is your friend's first name again?
Janet.
Janet. Janet, we were just discussing how cute you are.
Come on up here.
What's your husband do?
He's a vendor,
A vendor?
a snack vendor.
You mean like a guy who sells pretzels on the street?
No, he has his own route.
And he has machines?
No, he doesn't do machines. He deals with grocery stores and with delis.
Oh.
And
He's got a truck route.
yes,
And he delivers like pretzels and junk.
yes. Mostly Tom Sturgis pretzels.
No kidding.
Yes.
Lucky
Great
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Gets home to you nice early in the day, right? It's not a...
Yeah, he's a great guy.
No, I bet.
No, I thought you were.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a builder. I have my own business.
I like this guy
build
for you, Annette.
homes.
Annette, what about
build
this guy?
Scarborough Modern Homes exclusively.
Are you drunk right now?
Yeah,
No, I'm not,
really.
sir.
What?
No, I'm not, sir.
Have you had a few drinks?
No,
He always sounded this way, Howard.
Have you had cocktails?
no. Come on, dude. Listen to
You have a
listen to
speech-
them. I always sound this way.
You have a speech impediment, though, right?
No, I have no
so
speech
sorry.
impediment. I had a motorcycle accident and my chin was reconstructed, and I have trouble with words sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was a little
sorry.
excited that I got through. I was
Hey, you're
trying
winning
hard
her
to
over.
get through.
Nothing like a reconstructed
That
chin.
sympathy vote. He's
Yeah.
going for that
Nah, it
sympathy
looks
vote.
good, man.
I got to tell you, she really wants you.
Let's see, who
Let
could
me
you look
describe
like?
myself, huh?
I'll tell you one thing. If you want to put your husband over the edge, this is the guy who'll do it.
I'm just trying to think, who does
Alan,
he
let me
look like who's
describe
famous?
myself.
Who's lost their chin?
Fu Manchu. He looks like that partner of the guy in Cleveland. Lost half his face. You know who you must look like a little bit? RoboCop.
Nah, come on, Howard. Let me describe myself.
What?
Let me describe myself.
All right, describe yourself.
I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
I have hair, long hair, about your length, a little bit straighter, blue eyes. I'm a full Irishman. Weigh 218 pounds. And people all say I look like Sam Elliott with long hair.
Sam Elliott.
Movie.
Do you like that?
You got a
I
mustache?
really like Sam.
Maybe you like this
Elliott.
guy. Seriously,
I
there's nothing
really
wrong.
do.
Would you like to go out with this guy? I think if you go out with this guy,
I don't
your
know.
husband will kill himself tomorrow, and then you'll have all his money.
Would you build me a new house?
Robin knows me. I've always been honest on the show, man.
Oh, yeah, we've talked to him a lot.
Song to Robin, remember?
I say, you want to let him play? It's up to you. You can be honest. Annette, do you want him? Looks like Sam Elliott.
I'm sorry. I think I'm
All
gonna
right.
pass.
All right. I can't say as I blame
You're
you.
so
tried for
tall.
you.
I
Yeah.
mean, jeez.
Hi, you're on the air. All right, come on. We need one more guy for Annette DeBella, who will soon be changing that ugly name. Lovely woman, unfortunately, has had a horrible experience with this zookeeper fellow. But she's here in the right place. She's with Howie now. She's with her man, her real man, Howie. They all come to me. All the wives of the zookeepers.
Well, they all listen. Anyway.
Yeah. What can I do for you, sir? Hello?
Howard.
Yeah, go, come on, impress me. What do you do
Hey.
for a living?
Sales?
Yeah. How much you make?
Well into six figures.
6 figures. Wow.
What are you selling?
I'll go out with you. Yeah, what the hell are you selling? That's worth 6 figures.
You don't want to know.
Come on, tell me what you're selling.
What, is it illegal?
What are you selling, coke?
Nah, communications equipment.
Communications. Now, why don't I want to know that?
Pardon me?
Why don't I want to know that?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, and what about you? You a good-looking guy?
Yeah.
What do you look like?
About 5'9".
Yeah.
175.
How old are you?
29. In fact, I just was down by the Philadelphia airport, and I saw someone hanging off a building.
Really?
I thought it was DeBella. We were going.
Was he bald?
Yeah, but it.
Now, you say that your job's a little bit boring, but Annette just told me 6 figures is not boring. Nothing boring about that.
Well, she's used to that, I guess.
All right.
Right?
Well, she's so used to a certain lifestyle. Let's face it. The zookeeper was doing good for a while till we came to town.
Well, I couldn't believe it. Your prediction, definitely.
All right. So, what do you think of this guy, Annette? You interested in him?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah?
I want to hear a little more about you.
Yeah. You got a big penis?
Yep.
Well, what do you
Are
say
you a
now?
good-looking guy?
That sounds pretty good looking to me. Every woman loves that. How many inches are you?
Good 6.5.
6.5. Well, hey, that's no big deal. I wouldn't be too proud of that.
That's before, though.
Zookeeper bigger than that? Did he satisfy you completely? The zookeeper?
At a time, yeah.
At a time, he did. And then, for a while now, you've been unsatisfied?
It was a non-entity.
A non-entity. A non-entry. Sounds like things got real bad.
Non-entry, yes.
Yes.
Non-entry.
Is there any way that you could ever go back to making love to him again, or are you so...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't
He's
believe
completely
Even if he was the last man on Earth.
If the world blew up tomorrow and he was the only guy left on the planet, and there was, a
Now,
nuclear
this is the only
explosion.
way the human race is going to get restarted.
Yeah, would you sleep with him?
Well, for humanity's sake, I guess, maybe.
All right.
It's only a maybe.
But
Not really.
I don't want to.
Wow.
Please don't make me.
That'd be like,
Please.
you would do it for mankind, but you really don't want to.
Please
Hey,
don't.
Ned, let me play.
Do you think
You won't be disappointed. I'm a little nervous now, but I'm getting relaxed here, getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good guy. Good. Who do you look like? Anyone famous?
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Women tell you that, and you get a lot of dates?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah? Can he play?
Sure.
All right, you're bachelor number 3.
All right, we got our 3
All right.
bachelors.
Hold on. One of you lucky listeners will date the zookeeper's wife, as I promised you. I keep my promises. I can't believe I keep my promises, but I do. Hold on.
Thank you.
Well, here we are. The DeBaldi divorce party continues right after these words. Have some fun with you. Yeah, one of our listeners will. Isn't that right, Robin? That's
right.
Yes.
The DeBaldi divorce party continues today. Howard said that you, his loyal listeners, would date the zookeeper's wife.
The zookeeper's wife, I believe, will be on Dial-A-Date. Mark my words. That will be the ultimate triumph.
And you will. Today, the prophecy comes true on DeBaldi Divorce Party 2.
Yes. DeBaldi Divorce Party 2. Annette, describe your dream date. What would happen on a dream date? Let's forget about the zookeeper for a second. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the man of your dreams. Come here, look at me. You go out with a guy. What is romantic to you? Guy picks you up at your house,
Yeah.
perhaps? What, a nice car? Are you do you like material things?
Yeah, as much as...
What kind of car do you like a guy to pick you up in?
No, I don't really care.
You don't care?
No.
Guy picks you up. Where does he take you?
Either to a club or to a restaurant.
Club, restaurant, perhaps some dinner?
Some dinner, then a club.
And then the club. What happens at the club? Dancing?
Dancing. Oh, yes.
Good-looking guy, dancing, partying, fun.
Fun.
And then afterwards, where do you go after the club, after hours? Would it be a romantic
Breakfast.
hotel suite? I mean, if let's say you really dug the guy. Breakfast, right, because you've been out all night.
All night.
And after breakfast, perhaps a hotel? Or would you rather...
On a first date?
Not first date. It's been going on now, let's say, 6 weeks. And you've fallen for the guy.
Well, if I've fallen for the guy.
A hotel?
Hotel?
Too cold? Back to your place or his?
The house.
All right, maybe the house. The zookeeper's house. You go back
Large
there.
house.
Go back to the house. Would you put on a peignoir for this man? Would you? Do you
Where
believe
does
in
he
that?
get these terms?
I have no idea.
Would you take him back maybe for a swim in the pool if it was a hot summer night?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe would you skinny dip naked in the heated pool?
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Really, just to jump in the pool naked?
Yes.
And when so how do you make that happen? Like, would you sit by the pool perhaps and let's say he's sitting there, he has his shirt off. All of a sudden, you begin to disrobe slowly. That's how I picture it happening.
No, I just probably get right on with it.
Just rip your clothes off. Wow. And there you would stand naked, and then the guy would go, wow, look at her body. You're proud of your body? You have a good body, true?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think you do.
It could be better, but...
You would stand there naked for the guy to behold.
Sure.
You shave?
Do I shave?
Yes.
Which parts of my body are we talking about?
You know what I mean. Do you shave your,
yeah.
your thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So it would be pretty well groomed down there.
Very well groomed.
Right.
The DNC, yes.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Mini Bush. So there you would jump in the pool and you would beckon him into the pool with you?
Oh, yes.
Heated pool?
Heated pool.
In ground?
In ground.
Cement?
Cement.
No vinyl?
No.
Very interesting. And in the pool, would you make love for the first time? Or would there just be foreplay in the pool?
I guess it would depend. If I had Avalon on, and
What do you
sex
mean?
would probably occur.
What do you mean, Avalon?
Avalon, Roxy Music.
Really? If you had that on, you would get so horny, you would have sex with
It
this
might,
guy.
yeah, it might happen. It might happen.
There with your trim lap. Fred, play Avalon.
Come on.
You have that? Put that on, please. I might get lucky. Take a look and see if you have that. That would really do it.
It might.
Or you might take him and have foreplay in the pool, and then what? Bring him up to the bedroom?
And dry off. And,
Dry off together?
Yeah.
Maybe shower?
yeah.
A lot of water.
I love water.
You do. Gary, bring me in a pool. Yes. I'll get that Avalon going. All right, are we ready to play, Robin?
Yes, I think we are. I think everybody's chomping at the bit.
Annette's got a bad cough.
I do.
What do you have, a cold?
Yes.
Yeah, you really
Oh,
do.
dear.
I'm not dying, just a cold.
What do you got there? Cough syrup? What is that, Robitussin?
Robitussin.
You just swig it right from the bottle, don't you?
Well, I have to.
Right.
We didn't bring a spoon, did we?
No. All right, let's go right to the phone. The first contestant is one Captain Jenks,
Yes.
arch nemesis of the zookeeper.
Well,
I would personally like to see you go out with him. I have my favorites.
that's your vote.
Yeah, now, Captain Jenks, is that you?
Yes, good morning, Art.
Yes, okay.
Now, are you going to answer?
Captain
Or is
Jenks,
John going to answer for you?
is this the most humiliation the zookeeper could go through?
Well, Howard, I believe so, yes.
Yes. Imagine his wife here with me. You got to admit you're having fun, aren't you?
Oh,
It's a
Howard,
great
I'm
time.
so excited.
I don't mean you, Captain Jenks. I mean Annette. Annette, you're
I'm
having fun, aren't you?
Fabulous time.
You really are having
Yes.
fun. She told me that during the commercial. She said, I'm having a great time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She really is a beautiful woman.
Oh, yes. Oh, you'd be... Imagine if Captain Jenks should win this date, and they fall in love,
Oh,
and Annette even if they don't fall in love, what you should do anyway is take Captain Jenks, get completely naked with him, and swim around in the pool. That would drive your husband nuts.
even if you don't, tell him some of the things you like to do, or some birthmarks,
Yeah.
so that he can let John know.
Right. You know the phone calls that would recur before the date? The zookeeper, Captain Jenks would call the zookeeper and just go, hello, I have my date in 3 days with your wife.
Howard, I just called the zookeeper on the hotline while I was on hold.
Yes.
And he called Annette some pretty nasty things.
Did he really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he did.
What did he say?
What did he say?
He said that she's no good and that his show is the only thing happening in this town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And why does it have a 5 rating?
Because he's a loser.
That's right.
Right, Annette?
I don't really think he's a loser, but...
Well, he's got a 5 rating. What do you call that? You don't call that a winner, do you?
Dropping ratings.
Yes. You know, Jenks, you're so tiny you could swim in her bathtub.
Yeah, I tell her, Howard, I'm not a bad-looking guy.
No, you're a very handsome man. Robin has often commented on your appearance.
Thank you, Robin.
I didn't say it was good.
After that, you're not.
No, you're not a bad-looking guy. You're not.
Yes.
And, of course, you're fun-loving. That's true.
Yes.
And you both share something in common. You both hate the zookeeper.
Well, I don't know that I hate him. I just dislike him very strongly.
I see. Well, what are you in divorce court with him? Yeah, I mean.
Well, I don't want Annette to think I'm a psycho or anything. Howard.
No, but you are an attractive man. I will say that about you.
I am. Hear that, Annette?
If you like munchkins. No, he is an attractive guy, Captain Jenks. He really is.
Yeah.
How tall are you, dear?
I'm 5'9".
When did that happen?
When did you grow?
Oh, man. Come on now.
No, what are you, about 5'5"?
I'm about 5'4", Annette.
5'4", 5'5".
5'4"?
Yeah. But I'm a very good lover.
Jenks, why don't you describe to Annette the date that you would like to take her on? Go ahead. And, make it as anti-zookeeper as you want, because that would turn her on, quite frankly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Annette. First, I'd pick you up, and we go out to this little out-of-the-way place that nobody
Now, when
goes.
you say you'd pick her up, you would pick her up in your parents' car?
That's not funny, Howard. Don't embarrass me in front of my love.
Do you realize if Captain Jenks goes out with the zookeeper's wife, how great that would be?
Yes.
Oh, it would be some comeuppance.
Smearing those little hands all over the zookeeper's wife. Oh, come on, baby, give me a kiss.
Okay.
Oh, it'd be so great. Force yourself to like this guy.
Really think about it. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. I'm telling you, he's fun. Look at all this, and listen to his mom and
He's
dad.
got all these trinkets.
God,
Where's my
is he
house?
here
No, I
also?
don't.
I thought you said you lived with your mom and dad.
That was before.
Before what?
This phone
Before I moved out.
Oh, you did move out?
Yes, this morning.
Oh.
This morning, so you know he's still at home.
And bought a car also?
Now, do you really own a car?
Yes, of course I do, Howard.
All right, so you pick Annette up in the car. Go ahead.
I'd pick Annette up, and we would definitely go out to a very nice place for dinner. And then we'd probably go down to the Aztec Club in the city, provided she'd like to go.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea you take her to a club, because how about if she meets another guy there? Which could very easily happen.
Well, we could take her to a club in another town, Howard.
I never understand, guys taking girls to a club.
Well, if they know they really got the girl, it's all right, I suppose.
I don't know.
Go there and dance.
I never considered myself that secure. I never took any of my women anywhere where there were other guys around.
But you are very beautiful, Annette. I have seen you on TV, with the TV show, and I remember commenting to a few people how gorgeous you are.
Right, so you're very
Well, thanks very much.
You're very attractive.
Yes, she's a very beautiful woman, Howard.
Oh, yeah. She just needs the right kind of attention.
Yes.
I hope you know how to give it to her.
Yes, well, let's
you
just
still
put it
haven't
this way.
described very much of a date.
Yeah, Jenks. Well, that's because Jenks hasn't been on a date
I know. He
ever.
doesn't know what to do.
I've been saving myself for Mr. Zookeeper.
When is the last time you went on a date?
It's actually been probably about 3 years, Howard.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not true.
By the way, Captain Jenks is the guy who started all the phone calls to Larry King.
Yes, has John ever commented on the popularity of the Howard Stern calls on Larry King show, Annette?
Not really, but I did hear one when I was watching one night.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jenks, now go ahead.
Yes.
Now, you're on the date, and you take her where?
I would take her to a very nice Italian cuisine place.
Have you ever gotten laid?
Have I?
Yeah.
Of course I have, Howard.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
When was this?
No, actually, yes. Well, Howard, it was a while ago, but I told you I'm saving.
How long ago was it?
3 years, Howard.
3 years. Now, how did you manage to get a girl?
Well, I have a very good sense of humor, Howard, and I'm a good-looking guy also.
Right.
So
where was this that you met her?
Where did I meet the first woman I was with?
Oh, this was the first woman you were with 3 years ago.
The only woman, probably.
Yeah.
I'm a very shy person.
Right. Where did you meet her?
I met her at a club one night, Howard.
Really?
Down here in Philadelphia.
And she was attracted to you, and what, you scored with her the first date?
No, well, Howard, of course, we didn't. It took a few dates.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I just took her out and just tried to throw her in bed, no.
So how old were you technically when you first got it?
I was about 23, Howard.
Well.
Now, has she dropped the charges? What is that? No, really, you were 23, and what happened? Did you lose her after you had sex with her?
No, what happened? We went out for a couple of years, Howard.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
a couple of years, but it ended 3 years
I
ago.
realized that I should just be single and enjoy single life while I could.
Yeah, you sound like a guy who's enjoying single life.
could.
Yeah, right.
He's really playing the field.
All right, so continue with your dream date with Mrs. DeBella.
Well, what I'd like to do is take her out to a nice Italian restaurant down here in the city in Philadelphia.
Right.
And then we'd probably go to a massage parlor afterwards, provided she'd like to go.
Oh, get rubbed down.
Yes, of course, Howard.
Oh, that's an original idea.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
Captain Jenks is kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because that's the only way Captain Jenks gets touched on a date. He goes takes her to a massage parlor. Can you imagine taking a girl to a massage parlor?
Yeah, that's nice, though. Jacuzzi.
And what will you do at the restaurant? Will you sit on telephone books so she can see you?
Yeah, or is he going to get that little chair they get you?
That
like
little
they hook
chair.
on the side of the table? Sassy seat?
Sassy seat. Did you get a sassy seat, Jenks?
Yes.
Sassy seat. Oh, well, Mr. Jenks, sassy seat. Take her to a Chinese restaurant. Mr. Jenks, you want sassy seat? Oh, that's Captain Jenks to you, Chinaman. All right, so then you go and you hang out there at the restaurant for a while.
Yes.
And then what? Do you go back to Annette's place so you can be at the zookeeper's house?
Yes, and then maybe we take a shower together.
Mm-hmm. Right in the shower. Huh? Yeah. And then what? You would make love to her?
And I would start kissing her on her neck and work my way down between her breasts, all the way down to her.
All right, we get the idea. Wow.
We got it.
What are you saying? Forget it. Do you realize what that would do to your future
No, I said
ex-husband?
we've got it.
Chills
we've got
up your
it.
spine.
Got it.
And how many times would you make love to her, Jenks?
In one night, probably 4 or 5 hours.
All right, very good. Captain Jenks. All right, Captain, hold on. Anything you want to say to her before I put you on hold?
Yes, Mrs. DeBella?
Mm-hmm.
You are so beautiful, and I want you so much.
You do.
Yes, and I've even written a poem.
Oh,
Yeah. What's
go
your
ahead.
lovely?
Fred, some love music, if you will.
Yes, Fred.
1 second, we'll get
Wait
you
a
love
minute.
music. Go ahead.
Scarlet, my dear, let me kiss your sweet face. Let me discover your charms and leave John in disgrace.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I thought it was going to be a little different, the love poem.
Yeah.
Like roses are red, violets are blue. Please date me, I'm 5'2". All right, hold on, okay?
What is it like? What is it like not having a life at all?
Well, we know who can answer that, don't we?
Yes, we do, huh?
All right, hold on. All right, we'll be back with the very beautiful Annette DeBella. Yes, we're dating the zookeeper's wife this morning on a special tribute to my Philadelphia audience. Right after these words. All right. Anyway, we're here with Annette DeBella. Like, let me play the little. I like this thing. Let me just play this here. Bald, bald, bald. You're bald.
The DeBaldi divorce party continues today.
I'm telling you, Annette, you should sing that. Let's try it. Bald.
I don't think my voice can handle
Come
it
on, come on,
today.
sing with me. Come on. Bald.
Howard, I know he has no hair. Come on.
Come on, come on, come on, please. It'll make you feel better. I know how you're feeling. Come here.
I'm feeling pretty good right now, so it's...
Bald.
I'll let you do the honors.
Come on.
Jackie,
Just
help
try
me
it
out.
once. Try it. Liberate yourself. Where's your friend? You want to sing with me, sweetheart?
No, you don't want me to sing.
Yes, I do. Come on, you sing with me.
This is a song even the non-singing can sing.
Just say bald. Say it. You start me. Come on. Say bald.
I won't do that.
Can we do it in a rap
Come on.
way?
Say bald. Just
Come on,
start me.
it's all right. He knows he's bald.
He knows he's bald.
I know, but I won't.
Say bald. Just say bald.
No, I won't.
Annette, you say bald. Start
Bald.
me. Bald. There you go. Now you're getting it. You're bald.
The...
There you go. Dun, 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 dun.
It's time to kick a little more ass.
Baldy, Baldy. Whoa, whoa. You really blow. I kiss my black ass.
Howard predicted 3 things would happen. Number 1, the zoo would fall, and it has.
You will soon be fired with a 0 rating and a wife that's dating.
Number 2, the zookeeper would lose his wife, and he has.
He's bald.
He's bald.
He is bald.
He is bald.
She is gone.
She is gone.
Number 3, and now the prophecy continues. Howard said that you his loyal listeners would date the zookeeper's wife.
Mark Boger, Asbury Park Press. Howard.
Asbury Park Press,
All
Robin.
right.
Yes, go ahead.
Howard, do you believe that Mrs. DeBella would actually participate in a dial-a-date, and what steps will you be taking to contact her?
I most certainly, will contact the zookeeper's wife. There have been some preliminary contacts made. The zookeeper's wife, I believe, will be on dial-a-date. Mark my words. That will be the ultimate triumph.
And you will.
Hair doesn't grow. Hair doesn't grow morning
Today, the prophecy comes true on Gipaldi Divorce Party 2.
Yes. Guy, but don't keep rubbing it into Annette here who had to marry the zookeeper. It's too bad. What are you guys discussing out there in the hall? Now, you've been discussing which guy to go on a date with. You got a big choice here. You know what? The eyes of Philadelphia, in fact, the eyes of New York, Los Angeles, Cleveland, Dallas, Washington, they're all on this. Everyone's very excited by this, by the notion of you dating one of the listeners. Because whenever we destroy the lives of our most hated competitors, this is the spoils. We have finished raping and pillaging, Robin, and now the spoils.
On to bigger and better things.
Our legions of Philadelphia fans who came out and greeted us every time we came, our legions grew and grew, and now I offer them the spoils. After a warrior has a good war and he wins, he says to his troops, "Here, have our finest women, the women that we took." And now we've taken the zookeeper's woman.
And we're giving her to a listener.
We're giving her to a listener.
Oh, please.
And she loves it. She's happy to go. All of the spoils go to my audience. The spoils are the private
we
parts.
always share with you.
We always share with the audience. One thing you got to say about this show. We don't have a lot of money to give away and stuff like that on the air. But one thing we do, we share the spoils of victory. And we never offer you the agony of defeat. Because if you've seen Jackie's feet, you'll know. Those are not feet you want. So here it is, my loyal audience. Your gift from me, the beautiful Annette DeBella, a woman who has ditched the zookeeper. And like any good war, the women are left behind after you kill off their men, and we offer her to you. Oh, is that beautiful? Is that poetic?
Truly. Inspirational.
I sound like a friggin' Casey Kasem for the retarded, don't I? Coming up, Annette DeBella. We won her in the war.
I'm like, what is this, Spartacus? Or?
Spartacus. Yes, Spartacus. What are you girls thinking about? Come on, seriously. Who do you think is the guy to go with? Now, remember, let's review. Number one was Captain Jenks.
Captain Jenks, right.
Captain Jenks would definitely get under your husband's skin. I mean, your husband hates Captain Jenks. Captain Jenks calls him all the time. Imagine the phone calls.
Just went out with Annette on our third date. How you doing? Yeah, she's pretty fine. Yeah, she seems a lot happier now every time she's with me.
Just the idea that you were friends with him.
Hey, I was in your bed last night. Yeah, Annette let me use the bedroom, so I needed a place to crash.
Hey, John, I'm poolside.
Yeah.
Hey, John, we got this portable phone. You can use it in the water. I brought it over to the house.
Oh, I can't tell you how wild. I mean, you want to drive a shiv into his heart.
A stake, if you will.
Steak.
A steak, if I will.
A steak. That's the way to go. Now, number two was Mike. 25-year-old bouncer, works in a club. You say you like going to clubs,
Guy knows his way around the nightlife.
That could also get on your husband's nerves. You know, hey, this guy's pretty good looking, bouncer. Hey, I can't even mess around with him. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Young.
And then you got number three, who's 29 years old, says he makes six figures, which means he makes about, what, 20 grand, we figured?
Yeah, about 20, 22.
Well, including the dollar sign, that is six figures. But yet, he says, good-looking guy, had two women when a guy has two women at one time, that means perhaps he's very handsome. I always think that he must be a pretty good mover and shaker to get a broad and two broads in bed and get him doing wild stuff. Plus, he's tied up a few women and things like this. So you got Captain Jenks, a little on the short side, but sweet. He sweet-talked you, gave you a love poem.
Yes, lovely poem.
And he would get under your husband's skin. And that's always a big factor. 25-year-old bouncer is number two. Walks around with his shirt off at the beach. He did put down Captain Jenks, which
Hey, but he's competing.
That's right. And he doesn't want to bring down the pyramids. I don't know what that means. But he has he's tied a woman up in bed. And number 3 did say he looked like Tom Cruise, which you like. How did you marry the zookeeper if you like Tom Cruise? Gee, think about a guy who's...
She obviously didn't marry her type.
Yeah. You did not marry... He is not your ideal man. I mean, when you thought about your dream man, right?
Your fantasies didn't include a picture of a guy with a bald head and a waxed mustache.
Right.
There you go.
Did you ever ask him to shave off the mustache?
No.
You'd be frightened what's underneath, right?
I might be, yeah.
What about kissing that mouth with the giant, like the giant gums in the teeth?
Must we?
Really? You don't even want to think about it. You must have been insane at the time. That's all. You went temporarily insane.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. That's very possible.
So number 3 says he looks like Tom Cruise, and he has had 2 women. I told you that, and,
right.
And he's Presbyterian.
I think he's a little too proud of himself.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking over there, Janet?
I thought the first guy sounded great.
You like the first guy?
Yeah. That's Captain Jenks.
Captain Jenks.
Yeah.
Very sincere.
Why do you like him?
He is.
He was sweet. He was down to earth.
And he wrote a poem for me.
And I loved the poem.
It was lovely.
And let's say it would really kill your husband if... Are you telling me? Who are you picking? Go ahead and tell me. Is it going to be number 1?
It's number 1.
Number 1! Whoa! Fred, please, zoo noise. Hey, zookeeper, your wife's going out with Captain Jenks.
Oh, that's incredible!
Captain Jenks, the guy who calls you all the time and makes you miserable. The zookeeper's wife is going out with Captain Jenks.
His arch nemesis.
This is even greater than I imagined. Gary?
This is very funny because Captain Jenks is at work and he can't hear the radio and he keeps asking me, do I have a chance?
All right, let me see. Jenks? Captain Jenks?
Yeah, it's the verdict, Howard.
Can I give you the verdict?
Yeah.
You win.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Captain Jenks.
Is this like your dream come true?
Tell people what you do every day. Don't you call the zookeeper every day, and doesn't he hate you more than anybody?
Yeah, he really does hate me.
And what are some of the things? What are some of the things over the years you've been saying to him?
I've called him up. I've asked him how it felt to be a loser.
Right.
I've asked him how it feels to be low in the ratings.
Right. And he did. And in fact, your husband has mentioned Captain Jenks to you.
Oh, yes.
Many times.
Has he?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. So this, Captain Jenks, you're going on a date finally.
I like that.
With the zookeeper's wife.
Do you realize every time he started yelling at you and mouthing off to you, you now date his wife?
Yeah.
He told you to get a life, now you got one.
You got a life.
Yeah.
Didn't he
A life
say?
and a wife.
You know what he used to say to Captain Jenks? Captain Jenks would call him up and goof on him. He'd say, hey, why don't you get a life? I've got a life. I've got a beautiful wife who loves me. I've got a great job. Now he has a barely good job.
Yeah.
He's got no ratings, and he doesn't have a wife who loves him. And Captain Jenks is dating his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, man, is this great. You go out with Mrs. Zookeeper.
Yeah.
And we pay for the date.
Thank you, Howard.
Do you believe it?
Thank Howard.
Wait, what would
a minute.
Yeah.
And that this is going to be the start of a very beautiful and fun relationship.
I'm
Now-
looking forward to it.
Do me a favor, if you can. You know, when you swim in the pool, you remember everything that goes on the date.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Hey, you know what you ought to do? Now call up DeBella, right?
Yeah.
And say, I thought you said get a wife, not a life, so I went out and got yours.
You haven't spoken to him this morning?
You've spoken to him this morning, haven't you?
Yes, a couple times.
Yes. And you told him that you're in league to date his wife?
Yes, and he answered to me with a burst of vindictive, obscene language, Howard.
Right, very good. Well,
Sounds typical.
might be the same language his wife is moaning in bed with you. Yes, Jenks. Jenks. My Capitan. All right, Captain Jenks, congratulations.
Thank you very much, and I will see you on our date, Annette.
Certainly will.
And let me just tell the other two guys. Guys, you lost to Captain Jenks.
Yeah, if there's anybody I want to lose to, it'd be Captain Jenks. That was great.
Yeah, you know
he
what?
Deserves it.
You guys all played well. We'll have some consolation prize for you. I'm sure Gary can dig something up.
Oh, I appreciate it. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Can I say hi to the guys at SWB, what is it, Sports Bar, that's right. Thanks a lot, Howard. I appreciate it.
Howard?
Yes.
I'd like to say hi to someone, Steve Durst, out in L.A.
Guys, what is it? Can't pick up the phone and call people. What are you doing?
You know.
Thanks for the chance, Howard.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What do we have for a prize?
Well, these runners-up will each get an Iowa Walkman.
Oh, very nice.
What do we get?
You get the Iowa Walkman.
This is
Great.
This is the band.
Jenks is singing. He's like a little leprechaun.
Captain Jenks, relax. Hey, Howard,
Captain Jenks, what were the odds when we signed on in Philadelphia that you'd be dating the zookeeper's wife? What were the odds? Give them to me.
Probably 0-0.
0-0. And now you're going on a dream date with a very lovely woman.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh, that's great.
I'm so glad you won, Jenks.
Jenks, what is the greatest radio show in the country?
This is the greatest radio show in the country.
I thank you. All right.
A beautiful new girlfriend.
All right, guys. And good luck with your new girlfriend.
Thanks a lot, Howard.
Very good.
King of all media.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. Captain Jenks is now dating the zookeeper's wife. The ultimate triumph. I told that idiot, get out of town when I came into town. I told him to keep his mouth shut. I told you it only gets worse. It never gets better. The zoo is over with. Long live this show, Robin. Oh, it's great. Well, Annette, I want to thank you.
This has to be the ultimate.
It really is the ultimate. Philly newspapers have a picnic.
I thought it was enough. I thought it was enough that we were having her on Dial-A-Date for Captain Jenks to win.
Captain Jenks.
I'm excited.
Oh,
absolutely.
Captain Jenks, the biggest loser on the planet, will go out with Annette DeBella.
I can't believe it.
Annette, if you fall in love with him, it will be the greatest humiliation of your husband ever. It'll just be so perfect. It'll be so perfect. Annette, you couldn't have done any better. You have done it. You are lovely. Can we embrace now before you leave?
Oh, let's.
Please, come over here. Let us embrace. Come on over here. Now I take my spoils. I've taken his woman now. I sit here, I embrace her. Come over here. Let's embrace. Come here. Come here. Right on. Let everyone hear. Come here. Hug me. Hug me. Oh, you got a good grip. Yes, and you smell good.
Woman.
Let me kiss your neck. Allow me again. What perfume is that? What perfume is that?
Boucheron.
Boucheron?
Boucheron.
Boucheron?
Yes.
Excellent. You were fabulous. Good work. I feel bad you had to be with that guy, but wait, now you have Captain Jenks in your life.
That's right.
It's all up from here.
It's all up from here. The very beautiful Annette DeBella. She will be losing the DeBella name very soon.
Yes.
But we got her on here because when we win, you win. You, our audience. Thank you. Robin will come back. We'll do some news.
Okay.
There's a couple of articles on us in the newspaper today that I'll share with everyone. Belzer's even coming in around 9:30 to say hi.
I wondered if he'd be in town. I know he's at Caroline's this week.
Well, he said he wanted to come in and meet the zookeeper's wife.
Oh, is that right?
That's what
I'm
it was.
surprised he wasn't on the phone then.
But thank you, Annette, and
you're quite welcome.
Very beautiful, and I'm sorry that you had to go through the horrible marriage that you went through, but we're on your team now. All right? Captain Jenks is now your man. You will be Mrs. Captain Jenks.
The phones are just going nuts.
Really?
Your life will be VCRs, telephones, and looking down at the top of Captain Jenks' head every day.
Yeah, really?
Annette, my dear, we've made love 3 times. Do you think I have time to call into Larry King and mention Howard's name? What is it, Gary? The phone's going nuts?
Yeah, the phones are just going crazy. People are like so excited that it turned out this way.
Do you love... hello? You're on the air. Do you love this?
Yeah, I love it, Howard.
I mean, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if the people in Cleveland could... Let me see if the people in Cleveland could appreciate it.
relate.
Because they've just met us. Well, obviously they can't relate. I'll go to Texas in a minute in Dallas, but... Philly, is this great or what?
Huh?
Is this great?
I'm disgusted. I'm going to report Howard to the SPCA for cruelty to dumb animals.
Yes, cruelty to dumb animals. Thank you. What about in Cleveland? Can you relate to all of this?
I can totally relate. I am so jealous of that woman. I mean, what a chance to get on the air and ball bust the husband like that.
Isn't it the greatest? You know, in all fairness to Annette,
it has been fun.
It has been fun for her. She's had to, keep a lid on some of this stuff until her divorce is final, as you could probably
I
guess.
realize. I'm going through a divorce now. I would give my whatever to get on the air and ball bust my husband.
Oh,
like
this is
that.
the ultimate ball bust. And I'll tell you something. Annette's been talking to me off the air, and I don't think it's been a party for her, quite frankly, the last couple of years.
No, it's not.
And I love it. I love it. And I'll tell you something. The woman's been with the guy for 9 years. He should lighten up. That's all. Lighten up.
Well, I think she's had the ultimate chance to really,
Oh, you have, you're listening in Cleveland, so you're just coming into this whole thing. You have no idea what it means for Captain Jenks to be dating her. I mean.
Oh, we've gotten biographies on you already, so we know your scam, but
all right.
I think it's great. I think it's wonderful.
Yes, it is wonderful. I'm on the side of this woman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Howard Stern, friend to all women.
All women love me.
You got carried away with your enthusiasm.
Come on.
Now, Dallas, we're new to you. I don't know if you can relate to all this, but do you realize what it is? Do you realize what's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
We have beaten our competitor and brought his wife on.
I'm waiting for you to do it to the guys here in Dallas, man. I mean, 2102 Jocks, man.
As soon as I figure out who's on in Dallas, I will do it.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, it's Bo Roberts and Long Jim White over at 2102.
Bo Roberts' wife, is he married?
Huh?
Bo Roberts' wife?
I'm not sure if he's married or not.
Are you sure Bo and Long Jim aren't with each other?
Yeah, maybe Bo and Long Jim want each other.
Long Jim giving it to Bo. There you go.
Well, who knows? We have no idea whether or not they are, but I'll tell you one thing. If Bo and Long Jim have wives, they'll be with me eventually. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Bo and Long Jim.
That's it, man.
Yeah, Long
Hey,
Jim.
if you want, I'll find out if they're married, and I'll call you back.
Very good. Get all the information to me immediately.
You bet.
And by the way, next week, DeBella's mother and father will be on Newlywed Game.
Oh, they're wonderful people.
I'm sure they are.
They are. I didn't.
And I'm sure they love you. Yes, do you love this?
I love it. Howard, this is great.
Yes, and there's only more to come, more hijinks. Give us the ratings and more hijinks will happen. Thank you.
I want, Howard.
Yes.
I want to be on date with Lanigan's wife.
Let me tell you something. It will happen. It will. When he has no.
You're making the same prediction. Then.
Yes, I am. If his wife is a Playboy bunny, turn off your vibrator.
He's revved up and ready to go.
If his wife, yeah, he's turned on completely. If his wife is a Playboy bunny, as it said in the newspaper, I tell you this. There is no way she's going to put up with that jerk when he has no ratings.
Yeah.
With that one eye floating back and forth. I tell you that she will be with me.
This is fat. I love your show, Robin. You're great.
Mrs. DeBella is now my wife.
Mrs. DeBella, yeah.
Mrs. Lanigan will be my wife.
Okay. I want to be on a date.
Yes. Well, get out of here. All right.
Go away.
Well, Mrs. DeBella.
Yes, dear.
Soon to be Mrs. Gammon.
Ms.
Yes. God bless you. You call me anytime you need me. You go out on that date. That's right. And I want to talk
Every
to you.
detail.
Excellent. We shall return after these words.
Okay.
Hello, hello. This is Zachary, and I hope you're listening to 92.3 K-Rock on the weekends for Jimmy Fink, Tony Pig.
This is Gary.
No, I was looking for Belzer. I seem to have lost him.
He's running around the hall. I'm not ready for him yet.
I thought he was in here.
No.
Oh, you thought he was going to
No, he doesn't invade.
wander in here?
How great was that?
Oh.
We had the zookeeper's wife on.
I'm looking at faxes who people just can't believe it. They're like, "Is that a setup? Captain Jenks winning?"
No setup. I think that I think the idea that he called in was great, but
yes.
I am telling you, she really wants to get back at this guy. And as I told you with the zookeeper, I mean, I guess she's under. She had to be careful of what she said.
Yes, of course.
She's still in litigation. Does he call it litigation when you go through divorce?
Yes, that's still litigation.
Yeah.
But that's what they're saying. Or they also say, I know that the captain deserves to win,
Yeah.
but he must give a blow-by-blow of the date.
Yes, absolutely. I'm hoping there'll be several dates. Like they'll become really good friends.
Yeah. That they'll enjoy hanging out with each other at the very least.
Yeah. I can't wait to read the Philadelphia newspapers tomorrow. Captain Jenks going out with the zookeeper's wife.
One guy faxed in, after today's show, God forbid you were to die. Your life is now complete.
Yeah. I don't have to say I have any more goals. It'd be nice if the movie was a success and all that other stuff, but I've done it all.
All that's just gravy now.
Yeah. When you make a prediction and you go on the line, you want to make sure it comes true.
Sure.
But I got to admit, even I doubted.
How many people are 100% correct, though?
Not many. The phones are going nuts. What kind of faxes are you getting? What do you got over
I just told you. Those were, they're probably more now. But,
Yeah.
Everybody was into it. But they all could, the basic idea is that they can't believe that Jenks played and Jenks won.
I don't think I can believe it.
I can't either.
Can you believe it? Hello?
Hello?
Do you believe Jenks won?
I cannot believe it. I actually got through.
He got through. Well, Jenks, he dials like a madman, but...
Yeah, he'll always get through. But that he got to play.
Yeah.
And I really had no clue how she was feeling about each of the bachelors.
No, I didn't either. I didn't think that he would win. Because,
He's Captain Jenks.
He's Captain Jenks. Can you believe it? Hello? I don't know. I guess you could believe it. Hello?
Hello, is this Stern Show?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's happening?
Not too bad.
I was just wondering if I could hear a KKK message sometime today.
Oh, you don't even care about the zookeeper's wife.
Oh, I love this. I love what's going on. Hey, I've been a fan of Howard for a while, man.
All right, we'll get a KKK message for you.
Who's this?
It's Howard. I'm not going to sit there and convince him. That's my Texas line.
Oh, they got that line.
Hello?
Hello.
Boy, that doesn't sound too good. I don't know if you can...
connection. Hey, Howard, you there?
Yeah.
Listen, I think you ought to syndicate that woman to all of these cities you're in. She's too good just for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know. She's a very fine woman.
We all deserve a shot at her.
Well, you know what? After her divorce goes through, maybe each city can win a date with her.
That sounds good to me.
We'll have her on every
Should
week.
be on tour.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's a great idea. We'll put her on tour, and she can date all the listeners.
Yeah.
It'll be a full-time job dating our listeners. We'll have her
Hey, what better publicity can you get?
Yeah, I got you. All right, thank you.
Hey.
I got to get used to that Dallas accent. Hey, great. Robin, let's do a little news, and then we'll let the bells in.
All right. Well, it's a very sad day for me, Howard.
Got your period?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't think that really constitutes news, Robin.
No, I wasn't sad because of anything like that.
Right.
I'm sad because Anthony Perkins is dead.
Was he a bone smuggler?
Well, it all depends on, where you draw the line, what your definition is. He admitted several years ago that he did not make love to a woman until he was 39 years old.
Really?
Yeah, and that he had a few homosexual encounters. I don't know what a few is, that's anybody's guess.
Few, maybe like 100?
Yeah. But he had some homosexual encounters, and that always felt unreal to him.
Yeah, but he kept going back for more.
But he kept doing it.
That sounds unreal.
He said he had a very, very close relationship with his mother.
Yeah, usually that's the way it goes.
And that's why he didn't know what to do, I suppose, sexually.
So you're saying he danced the meat polka? He was a lap chomper?
Well, apparently at some time in his life, I don't know how, he wasn't very open about his illness. He never admitted to. I saw accounts in the tabloids that he was dying of AIDS, but he never actually came forward and said anything about the illness. And afterwards, he issued a statement through a publicist that said the reason that he didn't talk about it was because he didn't think he was he wasn't good at being noble or honorable or holding up banners and carrying the torch. So he didn't think he'd be very good at it. So he decided to just quietly suffer his illness, in the bosom of his family.
So the guy who was in Psycho is dead?
Yes.
That was a great movie.
Wonderful movie.
Mother? Mother? Mother, is that you? Mother. Why? I could have been in that movie. Give me a script. Mother?
Well, any sequels to be made now, we'll have to find a new Norman Bates.
Hey, you're looking at him. Mother? Mother? Mommy? Mother? Mother, I wish you had a penis.
Oh, dear.
I'm a homosexual. We could have a lot more fun. Mother?
What a thing to say.
All right, what else is in the news?
Well, let me just tell you what his final statement was.
It was mother?
No.
It was... Ouch.
He said, there are many who believe that this disease is God's vengeance. But I believe it was sent to teach people how to love and understand and have compassion for each other. I have learned more about love, selflessness, and human understanding from the people I have met in this great adventure in the world of AIDS than I ever did in the cutthroat, competitive world in which I spent my life.
Sounds like he was groggy.
Oh,
that doesn't, because I don't know if you can trust that final statement. But I'll tell you this: that guy was a good actor.
Oh, you're terrible.
That was the best movie, Psycho.
Yeah.
And he was great in it.
I don't think he ever lived it down. After that, he was basically typecast, don't you think?
He was Psycho the rest of his life. He couldn't be in anything.
That's right. I mean, all you saw was Norman Bates every time you saw him.
William Shatner laughed at him. I'm Captain Kirk. You're Psycho.
He's survived by his wife and 2 sons.
You think they knew their dad was like a homosexual?
Well, like I said, he admitted in People magazine that he hadn't made love to a woman until he was
Right.
39, and that he
That's usually a good sign.
smuggled a bone or two. so-
Right.
I guess they knew.
Smuggled a bone. Some newscast.
His sons were named Osgood and Elvis.
Osgood, and so is Elvis.
Also over the weekend, Arthur Ashe suffered another heart attack. He had to be rushed to a hospital. They say he's now in stable condition, and it has nothing to do with his bout with AIDS. Totally AIDS unrelated is what they're saying. I don't know how that could be, but...
That's how he got AIDS in the first place.
Yes, but I don't see how, if you're in a weakened condition because of a disease and you get something else, they can say it's not related.
It's hard to know who's related to what.
But anyway, he's doing better. He's okay. And they think he'll be released from the hospital within a week.
I think he looks pretty good for having AIDS. Actually.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he looks better. Some guys look better with AIDS.
No. He doesn't look better with AIDS.
I think so.
No, you look at... I would have to differ with you on that. You get some pictures of him pre-AIDS and post-AIDS.
Really?
And you'll see that there's a vast difference.
It's a nice thin look to him.
Well, he was always thin,
Was he?
but now he's gaunt.
I see.
I don't like it. I don't like that gaunt look.
I enjoy it.
No.
Not for myself.
Meanwhile, scientists are debating as to whether you could ever find a vaccine to cure AIDS. The guy who invented the oral polio vaccine says no.
No, I agree with him. I have done some research. Robin and I, we don't brag about this, but on weekends we get together in my basement and we try to find a cure for AIDS. And what I think is going to happen is there will be a vaccine to prevent AIDS. But I don't think there's going to be a way to cure the people who have the AIDS.
Well, this guy's saying he doesn't think it's possible to create a vaccine.
He doesn't think it's possible to create a vaccine to prevent?
He said the way the virus acts in the body, it
Yeah.
just doesn't seem to him feasible that you're going to create a vaccine to combat it.
See, you don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, because it's always something you don't know. It's like bread mold or something
Well,
like
I
that.
said to myself when I read that, well, possibly AIDS is here to lead us into a breakthrough,
Right.
into some other way of looking at illness or treating disease.
The only way to avoid AIDS is do what I do.
Which is what?
I don't cheat on my wife. I
Okay, I
have one.
won't cheat on your wife either. Am I going to be AIDS-free?
Yes. You got to find one partner who's clean. You check each other out, and that's it. You can no longer be promiscuous.
Promiscuous.
That's right. And people hate to hear that. They're just completely fed up with me saying that. I happen to agree with the Cardinal.
What did the Cardinal say?
I don't know, but I got to figure what I'm saying he agrees with.
For a change, you two are on the same side?
Right.
Also over the weekend, did you hear Dan Quayle talking about gays? He was on I think it was that ABC program.
Let me tell you about these
With
Republicans.
David Brinkley?
They found the gays. They are now scapegoating the AIDS. It's almost like Nazi Germany. And I'm going to tell you something. 10% of the people who live in this country are gay.
Oh, no, not according to Dan Quayle.
Well, let's say it is 1%, okay? I don't care what the percentage is. But I'll guess 10%. And these aren't bad people. I know a lot of you don't like the gays. You don't have to like them.
And who cares what you like?
They're here. You can't go on and condone speeches by Pat Buchanan that say, they sort of like hint that the gays have no rights. These politicians are there to represent all the people.
Well, Dan Quayle said yesterday that he thought that being gay was a wrong choice.
Not a choice. Let's face it.
And
you know
he
that.
said in most instances it is a choice, in his opinion.
But what would he know about it?
I said, here's a guy who can't spell potato.
Right.
I'm going to take his scientific analysis of
how does
homosexuality.
How does he profess to know all of this?
That's his opinion. He
It's
just
his
said,
opinion.
I believe
No, let me tell you
that
something.
it is a bad choice.
There are those that are born homosexual, and then there are some who are converted to the homosexual lifestyle.
From what other religion?
Not a religion, from a heterosexual. They could have gone either way. And they are trained, or something happens in their lives, some people actually become homosexual.
See, I don't believe that is correct either.
No,
My research has borne out
Yeah.
now. I'm talking about my research.
Yeah.
that there's a spectrum. You know, there's heterosexual and homosexual.
Right. And then there's
there's
something
a
in between.
number of grades in between.
And the grade in between is what I'm talking about, can go either way, depending on
Sure.
what happens in their lives.
Yeah.
They're not opposed to actually doing anything. They'll just go,
right.
they'll do just about anything.
There you go.
We've had girls in here do anything that's suggested to them, whether it's with an animal or another woman or a man.
Right. There's all kinds of grades between those two.
But for the most part, these homosexuals are born homosexual. And what is everyone so uptight about these guys for?
Yeah, so what? You don't like what they do behind closed doors.
Guy wants to bone another guy. Hey, there's nobody more heterosexual on this planet than me. I see another guy's ass, I head for the hills. The ass is the most disgusting part of the human body. Take a look at mine. You saw it on MTV.
You're living proof.
Yeah. And even a guy with a nice ass, like a Fred or something, I wouldn't want to mess around with it. You know what Fred's ass smells like? How could that be an aphrodisiac? If the smell of Fred's ass don't make you sick, you got a problem. But at the same point, I'm not going to put anybody down who's after Fred. Hey, if a sphincter is party central to you, have a party. Who cares? Personally, I can't believe it. Sphincter is the worst thing ever. Sphincter should not even be considered in lovemaking.
Well, a lot of gays tell me that you're fixated.
They can say whatever they want. I'm telling you, I'm 100% man.
Well, they don't say that you're not 100% man, but they
Yeah.
say you're fixated on a certain part of the body, and that's not necessarily...
Yeah. They want to believe everybody's fixated.
No. What they're saying is that that's not necessarily what the majority of them do.
Trust me, I know what they're doing.
All right.
They're doing that.
I just tell you what they say.
To me, the backside is for getting rid of my lunch, breakfast, and dinner. That's what I use it for. I can't imagine somebody being turned on by it.
Oh, well.
All right, I got to take a break. Hey, you know what, Robin? Let's finish the news with Bells here when we get back.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Hi, this is Dave Herman, and I hope you'll join me Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 for the Rock and Roll Afternoon Show on 92.3 K-Rock. We'll play Name That Tune, dig out some great lost classics, make room for a 20-song music marathon, and get you home with your favorite classic rock and roll.
Hi, this is Keith Richards. I'm asleep right now. For everyone else, come on.
Yeah, pump them up.
And then he'll think, hey, are they making a cut at me, or do they really mean it, or are they just too embarrassed to bring it up?
Can he leave the house at this point? I mean, I'd say go to another city and start all over again. Just check with me first.
Change your name.
Yeah, but you've already eliminated Cleveland, Dallas, and Baltimore, and L.A.
Yeah, he has no idea what else I'm going to eliminate in a couple of weeks. Like maybe half the country.
It's too late now.
I'll tell you one market we're going into. That's Albany.
Oh, yeah?
Albany?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, we're getting all the biggies.
And you know what else?
I'm doing it for my friend Ed Levine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to teach him a little less to keep his mouth shut.
Well, then there's that other guy.
He pissed me off beyond belief. I'll get into that when we get into Albany, Robin. I'm
All
saving
right.
that.
Okay.
There's that.
I'll go to Albany no matter what.
Whether they want you or not.
I'm in the middle of discussing Albany with a radio station in Albany, and it looks about 90% go.
Okay.
I have my very personal reasons for going to Albany.
Well, you know, you got that guy there. I know you fought with Ed Levine, but the whole fight started with his morning man.
Yeah, well, it's going to start all over again.
Is he back in Albany?
Yeah, and he's back with Ed. Ed tried to hire us for his station, except Merv Griffin owns it, and Merv wouldn't allow me on the station.
I see.
So then Ed hired back his morning guys. He said to him, if you don't come back to me, I'm bringing Howard Stern in. Then he gets him, and then Ed badmouths me. After all the good stuff I've done, he badmouths me in the press.
Well, that's typical of Ed.
Yeah, it's a good friend, huh? Great guy. I've been real bad to him.
After all you've done for him.
He's pissed me off plenty now. Now he's got me nuts. That's a bad thing to do to me, Ed. You don't burn people who've been nice to you. And for no reason he burned me.
He didn't even have to do it.
No. He called Andy already and said, gee, if you speak to Howard, what, he must be mad. He says, what can I do? So Andy said, well, if I was you, I would just lie and say that they misquoted you. And then Ed said, he'll never believe that. And he says, well, you know what you ought to do? You ought to say that, it was a local interview. You had no idea that it would get back to anybody.
Well, it was great. They had a baseball player yesterday who said a bunch of bad things on the Mets.
Yeah.
And his excuse, he said all bad things about his teammates. So his excuse was that the reporter called him in his room, woke him up, and he's not really sure if he said those things.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's always a good excuse. Ed ought to say that. Why don't you get Bells in here? He loves doing the news with us, and we're in the middle of it, so. Bells is a good guy.
Well, I was just about to say, Howard, is God angry at us
everyone.
or something?
Why? For having the bells on?
No.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Bells.
Hi, Howard. Hello, Robin.
Good morning.
How have you been, darling?
I'm just fine.
That wasn't Robin burping for the listeners out there.
Robin saw you and threw up.
Hi, guys.
By the way, this is the gentle Bells, the relaxed Bells. Bells, I kissed you out. Bells loves kissing me.
I know, he's gotten very
See, real men can kiss each
sentimental
other.
with you.
Yeah, I know, he loves me now.
And not have...
A couple of years ago, Bells wasn't sure how he felt about me, but now he loves me.
I've turned around. I'm converted. I'm sterned again.
Well,
some people are born again.
You wear makeup?
I was on TV this morning.
I thought so, because I kissed him, and then all of a sudden it was like powder and
Is that right?
I go,
did I forget to take off my makeup? Gosh.
I'm saying, hey, does Bells always wear makeup, and I haven't noticed? Or maybe he was... Yeah, I was having a little bit of confusion.
I was on Good Morning New York.
Oh, yeah, those
this
idiots.
Real boring guy who was reading from my press release. So, Robin Williams says you're this. And then he looked up at me and says, I felt like saying, why don't you read this and I'll come back?
Yeah,
It
right.
sounds like that Jim Ryan.
Yeah, Mr. Preparation.
Yeah, Jim Ryan, really prepared
Jim
guy.
Ryan, yeah. I don't think he was hep to the bells.
Yeah.
But
What were
I
you
got
doing on there?
I got a plug in for you, though. You know,
Did you?
As you know, I would. Radio Genius.
They're not big fans of mine over there. Ever since they had me on live and I wore a Fox Sucks T-shirt and started screaming out that Edgar was killed by Fox, Joan Rivers' husband. And they,
Notice you didn't get sued.
Well, why would I get sued?
Well, because it was probably true.
Of course.
They feel responsible.
There you go.
Yes, there you go.
So what were you doing on there? Were you eulogizing Tony Perkins? You were a good friend of his.
Tony and I, we did a couple films together.
Right.
Don't Back Into Me.
Right.
It was a Western.
One of them.
Western. And then we did a horror picture, which was, hey, leave that alone.
That's right.
No, I mean, I'm upset that the guy bought it, but, you know.
Right, we all are.
There's a lot of suffering in the world. Somalia, you know, Bosnia.
By the way, Richard Belzer will be on a Showtime special. He'll be on
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'll be at Showtime at Caroline's. We're shooting the special Thursday night. So
I see.
For your fans that want to come,
that's what I read. Yeah,
you're all invited to come down.
And Dave Herman this afternoon will have a chance to win tickets. We can't be bothered with that, so
no, let them give it away.
Let Dave handle that.
Howard, I want to make an announcement on your show.
What's that?
Go ahead. Does this constitute news?
Yeah, this is news.
All right, Robin. Here you have a scoop on the news.
All right.
Go ahead, a scoop now.
You've not announced this anywhere else.
Well, it was in the paper, but this is the first.
I think I know what it is.
Audio outlet.
You are pregnant.
Yes.
Richard Belzer is the first pregnant man. What is it? What is the big news?
The rabbit died.
What is it? Seriously.
Well, I knew Tom. No. I'm going to be on a new television series.
Really?
Yes.
The Flash?
No. The Flash.
What is it going to be, Bells?
Barry Levinson is doing a series called Homicide: A Year on the Streets.
Yeah.
It's a hour weekly dramatic series about homicide detectives.
And what do you do?
I play Detective John Munch.
Is that right?
Bells as a detective?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
You're not a suspect, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. Please
Is
don't
this a
leave
major
town.
role in the show?
This is a major
It's not like
role.
The Flash where they brought you in a couple of
No,
times.
I'm one of the principals.
You know, isn't that great? Because, you know, a couple of years ago... when
Barry Levinson, by the way, is a big fan of the show.
we were sitting in here, and Richard Lewis was here with the Bells.
Yeah.
And Lewis was all full of himself because he had the show coming on with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right.
And I knew the Bells was, you know, he said he was happy for him, but I know how show business works. And the Bells
Secretly,
No, I love
in his
Richard.
heart of
I don't
hearts.
deny him
I know
any
you
success.
love. I know you don't deny him success, but in the meantime, like
Easy
Richard,
to say now.
Richard Jenney was getting shows, and a lot of comedians were getting shows.
Sure.
Seinfeld was getting a show, and Bells has waited a long time for a show. He's done some acting parts and stuff, and in waiting and waiting and waiting. Now
I mean, look, they went and gave, what was that guy's name? Larry, whatever.
Yeah,
They
Larry.
found him and gave him a show.
Who was the guy who played Uncle Buck?
Kevin Meaney.
Kevin
Meaney. I mean, no offense, you know, to Kevin, but Bells has been waiting a long time for an opportunity to get out of the club circuit and sort of have a opportunity on television,
Yeah.
a genuine opportunity, not to flash and sit there and,
How
you know.
does Tim Allen get ahead of Bells in the line for a TV series?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Pauly Shore, all right, had a movie deal, and Bells has been waiting and waiting patiently.
I
and
didn't
being-
mind working Mr. Poo-Poo's Comedy Pot in Des Moines.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, while Pauly Shore's, you know, how do you assess him on the comedy scale, 1 to 10?
He has his audience.
Right. So the point is that this is very exciting news for the Bells, who has really paid his dues and has waited, because, you know, like all comedians, after you do it a couple of years, you burn out, and you hate getting up there in front of the audience.
About 20 years. But, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when I...
And the goal is to get on some kind of regular television show where people write lines for you and you read from a stupid script.
Right.
This is
That
good
is the
script.
goal.
This is really good.
There's good stupid script.
Barry Levinson, you know.
Barry Levinson, of course, who did the movie
Bugsy,
Avalon, Bugsy,
Diner, Tin Man,
Diner,
Rain
yeah.
Man, you name it.
All right. There it is. So there's Bells' big news. Bells, not to rain on your parade, but
This,
we have
of
to.
course, will be my last appearance on your show.
If
Yeah,
the
we'll
show's
never
a
hear
hit.
from him again.
Right.
Of course not.
Unless the show fails.
Well, then I'll be back with knee pads on.
All right, the Bells is here, and you can watch him do his Showtime special at Caroline's on September 17th at 7 and 9 p.m. And also
Tuesday and Wednesday at 8.
Right. What is it? I have to take a break. We have more news to do.
Okay, maybe we can wait past the break. Joe Piscopo is on his car phone.
Joe Piscopo?
Yes.
Really?
And
well, he's on his way to an appearance, and he's
looking for a plug?
At this time
he
in
does
the morning?
morning gigs now.
He said it
What
wasn't
was he
absolutely
doing?
necessary.
He got a 9-to-5 job.
He's playing romper room.
Yeah. Joe, what is it? Quickly, because Bells is here.
Howard.
Yes, you're on the air with Joe Piscopo.
Oh, how you doing, Al?
By the way, I saw your buddy. Great.
You're breaking up. All right. I talked to Ralph. He said go straight to the studio because he had to be here by 9:15.
Who are you talking to, man?
Shh. He's talking to
So
someone.
I've been
I
sitting here
don't
for
think
about.
he knows he's on. Now he's hanging up on us.
Well, we had a bleep, Joe.
We had a bleep, Joe.
Wait a second. Gary, get the tape of that and do it so I can just put a little bleep in it.
Oh, boy.
Joe was on his car phone, didn't realize he was on the air,
Yelling at someone.
and used the F word a couple of times.
So the real Joe comes out.
Yeah, the real Joe.
Yeah, what happened to the nice guy? Hi.
If you overheard me, it would be the same as
Yeah,
this.
right. No, Joe is like yelling at his driver.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyman.
Where's the effing guy who told me that?
Right.
Joe is on his way to
Very
a gig.
revealing.
His gig is a checkout clerk. No more Mr. Nice Guy with Joe Piscopo, I'll tell you that.
Why?
He has no idea.
Get that tape for us. Joe.
Hey, Howard.
Joe, by the way, while you thought you were off the air, you were on the air yelling at your driver using the F word. So the real
We
persona.
heard you.
Yeah, we heard you.
Guys, did you bleep out the F word already?
Somewhat, yeah.
Everything's been late this morning. I wanted to come by this morning. I go to a hotel, room service late, the car's
what a
late, the car's
tragedy.
around the block. I said it's a nightmare, but I wanted to just...
What a rough life.
I
Well,
wanted
those
to...
people in Hawaii can
So
relate.
the
can't
driver, the room service.
You know, and of course the babysitter wife,
Yeah, right.
you know.
Did your refrigerator box get wet too, so you couldn't sleep on a grate?
Hey, fellas, how you doing,
Hey,
man?
hi, Joe. How are you?
Nice to hear you.
What are you
brother.
driving these days, Joe?
Huh?
Corvette.
You driving in a limo?
No, it's a Volkswagen.
A regular Volkswagen.
The Volkswagen
Yeah,
stretch.
he's got a little
yes.
Nazi
Bells-
people's car.
Bells, I notice you have some hostility to Joe.
Not at all. Joe and
know.
I started. Joe, I passed Joe at the audition at Catch a Rising Star
That's right, buddy.
in the
I remember,
70s.
I remember walking down the street. I was starting out. I saw Bells. I remember I stopped you in the street. Richard.
Hey, Joe, Bells has a series.
Hey, no kidding. What is it, Richard?
The Joe Piscopo story.
Yeah. It's a weekly.
Six-part miniseries.
Every week he gets a different babysitter.
Hey, Bell.
Hey, Joe, have you married that babysitter you ran off with?
No, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. But I
Uh-oh.
was afraid you said the wrong thing. But we're looking at June now, Howard.
June is the
Who's it?
wedding.
Is that
You know-
okay?
Or is June another woman? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Now, wait a minute.
We're looking at June.
Hold it a second here.
Joe, are you now talking with her family?
Howard, we are. Everything's like great. I can't believe it. Everything's great.
Her
And
father now likes you?
well, I don't know if we'll go that far, but
Richard, I don't know if you know this story. Joe
I know this
was
story.
married.
Yeah.
The babysitter was Kimberly.
oh, jeez.
Beautiful girl.
Yes.
Joe runs off with her.
Well,
Well,
did she put a gun to his head?
No.
Uh-oh.
No,
Yeah.
no man would. Every man would want this girl. You've seen her, haven't you?
Yes, she's a lovely.
You have a beautiful
lovely,
wife.
Lovely woman.
And let's face it, you went for the beauty prize,
Well,
too.
I ran off with Harley. She was babysitting one of my
Right.
cats.
So, Joe, what is it you want to tell us?
nothing. I just want to say hi. I was in town, and we're doing this appearance here. I just signed with GNC and the Cybergenics people who are buying time on your show.
GNC,
So
is that the
please-
Gynecological National Committee?
GNC.
No.
GNC, the...
General Nutrition.
Oh.
Yes.
So we just want to say hi. But hey, Richard,
Joe, what drink should I take for energy?
what do you think?
Yeah,
You know,
Joe.
suppose I have a show, I don't do cocaine anymore, and I'm a little down.
Yeah.
Richard, you got to come by after the show, and I'll turn you out to all the good.
Where are you going to
products
be,
here.
Do
At the General Nutrition Center at Harold Square. We're just giving a quick press thing.
Yeah?
Bells, let me ask
All
you
right,
something.
all
What
right.
would you do if Joe started dating one of your daughters?
Do you ever hear the expression manslaughter in the first degree?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's what Joe's future
Thank you.
father-in-law wanted to do to him.
Hey, Bells, what's the series?
How to be a Jew.
Yeah.
1 week we rap tefillin, another week we bench lift. Then we'd have a whole dreidel thing. It's called Homicide. A Year in the Streets. Barry Levinson's doing a dramatic series about homicide police, and I play a detective.
How old are your daughters?
What time can you get
Kimberly
here?
was 14 when Joe met her. Actually, what was she, 11?
No, she was 11, Howard.
11.
Let's get it straight now.
She was 11 when Joe
You
met
know,
her.
I bet you that Joe is very happy about Woody Allen, taking some of the heat on him.
Soon,
Joe, what do you think?
Soon later.
Hey, Woody Allen. I never liked Woody Allen before this whole thing went down.
Now
I
you
do it
do?
for you guys.
Yeah, now you can relate to him.
He's now my hero.
Yeah.
What is he doing that's so wrong? I ask you.
But this is something that
another
Joe would do.
discussion, Joe.
Joe would do this. If he was like dating a woman who had a really nice daughter,
Yeah, if
he
he
would
was
go out
dating
with
Mia
her.
Farrow.
Seriously, you don't see anything wrong with what Woody Allen's doing, right? Joe, do you?
What? No, I don't. Matter of fact, it was so funny. Howard, did you see in the news? They say, when she was in high school, she said there's something about she was in high school. How could he do it? Oh, it was Andre Previn who says, how could he date her? She was in high school. I'm thinking, well, so what?
Yeah, you should have gotten her in elementary school.
Why did he wait so long?
I have to leave now.
No, Joe was telling me he never liked Woody Allen. He didn't understand Woody Allen's movies.
Yeah.
But now,
But he understands Woody, I'll tell you.
he understands Woody.
But now I see the man behind the movie.
All right, Joe. So everyone will go see you at G.
No, Howard. It's not for the people. It's just for a press thing. But I just was in town, and I know
Not
you're
for
going to
the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. It's just for
Oh,
the press
Belzer, don't bust his balls, huh?
thing. Yeah, say
Oh, I'm
thanks.
sorry, I can't be cynical anymore.
Huh?
What, is
Because I'm
he
making
supposed to
100 grand a
change
week.
all of a
Joe's
sudden?
just trying to make
Just
a
because
living.
I'm making 100 grand a week.
Joe, how are you?
Howard, listen, you come down here, and we'll get you in shape so when your butt's like hanging out
That
on like
hurt.
the award
That
shows
hurt.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to be in shape.
We'll
Hey,
do
yeah,
everything,
right.
huh?
Listen, let me tell you something. You better spend less time on being on shape, and you better get that career of yours rolling. I'm telling you. What are you doing to make money these days?
Sucking
Are
vitamins.
you,
But you know,
listen,
ladies and gentlemen-
Howard, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I'll be in Scranton, Pennsylvania on September 24th, but October 10th there's a benefit at the John Harms Theater in Englewood. GNC is going to sponsor this thing. It's for the MS folks at the Bernard Gimbel Center.
That's Jerry Lewis's gig now.
Hey, I don't have MS. I don't worry about
At
it.
Holy Name Society. Oh, Howard, please, it's a nice thing. October 10th is John
Hey, let me
Harms.
tell you something. Instead of lifting all those weights, you lift a few scripts and get yourself in a movie or something. If you're smart.
All right.
All right, so you didn't call in to
I'll
plug
do that if
anything.
you keep your butt covered up at those awards.
You didn't call in to plug anything, did you?
No, I just called to say hi. I don't like to put on the put on the air.
You mean you just called in to entertain?
Exactly. Just
I got you.
And what happened?
Well, why don't you come by with Kimberly one day and we can really get into it?
Okay.
All right, and seriously, what are you going to do? I mean, you've got to get yourself together.
All right.
All right?
I'm having fun, man. Watch October. The Chuck Norris movie's coming out in October.
Oh, that's right. How much of Los Angeles is hitting on your girlfriend?
Hey, you know what? It's pretty wild, but so far, thanks to you, they know that we're together. So
Right.
they've been at bay. So I appreciate that.
And by the way, Joe, before you go, here's the tape of you cursing on the air. Here it is. You ready? Listen carefully. Joe, what is it? Quickly, because Bells is here.
Howard.
Yes, you're on the air with Joe Piscopo.
Oh, how you doing, Al?
By the way, I saw your buddy. Great.
You're breaking up. All right. I talked to Ralph. He said go straight to the studio because he had to be here by 9:15.
Who are you talking to, man?
Shh. He's talking to
So
someone.
I've been
I
sitting here
don't
for
think
about
he knows he's on the air.
Let him talk. Let's hear it. Hello?
We're so
Hello?
Let's eavesdrop on him.
Come out, but I asked the guard at the front door if he ever showed up, and he said no.
That's guard.
There you go.
Did you cut out the F word?
No.
No.
No, it's not even go over the air, right?
That's Jersey Joe.
You're in trouble now.
Uh-oh. It's going to be like that Casey Kasem's tape, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great.
All right, Joe.
Howard, I love you, man.
Well,
I miss
I don't know
you,
if I
and
love you, but I'm certainly feeling physical toward you. No, I love you as well.
All right,
But I'll tell you who I really love is that girlfriend of yours.
Well, I'll bring her back hopefully in a couple weeks before that John Harms appearance.
Hopefully in a mini skirt.
All right, you got it.
All right, and next time, not so many jokes when you call and you make me look bad.
Okay.
All right, Joe. Listen, Joe Piscopo, who is appearing in Scranton, Pennsylvania in a couple of weeks. But meanwhile, really, even Bells has his own TV series.
Even Bells.
Even Bells at this point.
Yes.
So Joe has really got to get it together.
That's right.
All
You're
right,
gonna have
Joe.
a wife to support, Joe. You got to work.
Yeah, Joe, your wife is going to dump you.
All right, guys, that's it.
Wouldn't that be great though if she married him and then he got dumped by her because
right,
he dumped
because
his
he
wife?
became
Joe,
a house husband.
That's right. It could be karma.
I love it.
You better be careful.
All right, Howard.
All right, very good, Joe.
I'll talk to you, man.
You think punchlines, not punching bags, okay? Very good. Joe Piscopo. There we go. Busy with the weightlifting.
He laughs.
Why is he got?
That's
He's
what
a
I
good
like.
guy.
You slam him and he laughs.
Let me tell you something.
He should do a movie called Steroid
It's
Man.
great to take care of your body, do a little jogging or something.
But
you
not
know,
at the expense of your career, ladies
not
and
at the
gentlemen.
expense of your career.
You know how I
Obviously.
let my body go? I have a career.
I keep saying to Joe, why are you lifting weights? I said, lift a couple of do it once or twice a week. Not to the point that you can't even read a script or get a couple of funny lines written. Robin, let's take a break and come back and do more news.
All right.
Right after. Did you read this fax from Doug Trent?
Which one? No, I don't think so.
Who was Piscopo trying to kid saying he's on a car phone? He called you from a payphone with Kimberly going vroom vroom in the background.
Sometimes that Doug is
Vroom,
right
vroom.
on.
One of the listeners writes in, too, that wants to know if Bells will be wearing a Cub Scout outfit in his Showtime special.
From The Wrong Guys.
From The Wrong Guys. They liked you in that.
That's your favorite film, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, it's excellent.
I know you and Jackie saw a screening of that.
You secretly are probably happy that Richard Lewis's career is not as strong
I'll
as
tell
it
you
was.
something. I adore Richard Lewis, and I wish him nothing but the best.
No,
There are
but you know
people-
what I mean.
There
Secretly-
are people I detest, and I hope that into the devil
No, I don't mean that you
bites their
detest
ass,
him, but it does make him feel better. You know what it
Not
is.
at
You know
all.
human
That's
nature,
not
Robin.
fair.
It's been
You're
very
choosing the
difficult
wrong
for the
guy.
Bells.
Was it-
Had Richard
What?
gone on to become
What are you
a
talking-
major
You
television
people- you
star,
people have
like a Bob Newhart.
Was it
not
difficult?
true.
Wait, Bells, I'm asking you a question.
Go,
because we
Bill.
got to get back to the rest of the news.
I understand.
Was it difficult?
No.
When some of your comedian friends got some really plum acting jobs and some really good scripts and things and went on, was it difficult to watch them sort of rise above you?
I will admit this. If I thought that they didn't deserve it, or they were lucky, or I could do a better job than them...
You felt bitter.
I felt better.
Bitter?
Oh, not bitter, but I felt, disturbed.
Disturbed.
Yeah. But like when somebody I like succeeds, it really doesn't bother me.
Is there no
I'm
sort of
very happy.
secret joy? Be honest, though. Is there no secret joy when Richard Lewis not only bombs
Why
in
are you
his
saying
movie?
Richard Lewis
because
is like
he's a
my
pal of
brother?
yours.
I'm very close
I know,
with
but
him.
when his show went off, there's a
I
little
was very
something.
upset. Not really. Not him.
Is there a little thing? Then he goes into the movie. What was the name of that movie you went into?
Once Upon a Crime.
Once Upon a Crime.
I didn't see the movie.
No one did.
I wished him well. I mean, I really don't wish him
Weren't
ill
you?
will.
But secretly, you were like,
No, not really.
Now he's back to being.
If you name someone I didn't like, I do that. But I don't do that for my friends.
I see. All right.
I celebrate my friends.
I will confess something on the air because Bells can't be honest. I am secretly happy when friends of mine fail. I am.
Well,
I am.
if Bells was going to be honest,
Yeah.
he would say there is a little twinge. You
Of
don't
course.
like to have the thought.
I feel bad about
you
it.
guys are projecting.
I
You
felt
don't
bad when
like
Richard
to have
Lewis.
the thought,
I
but
felt
you
bad.
have
A family member.
I felt bad when
if
Richard
your daughter
Lewis
got a B in school.
It's not about my daughter.
Well, I'm saying Lewis is like my son.
No, okay. Well, then that's different.
I wore
All right,
black
didn't realize.
first. He copied me. You know
Right.
the story.
Billy Crystal.
Well,
you know what I'm
about
saying? That
Billy?
you sort of feel like, hey, you're as talented as him, but yet he's getting all this success.
Why aren't you hosting the
Right.
Academy Awards?
Well,
Come on, secretly you go, Jesus, what the hell is going
He's winning
on?
awards for that.
Billy.
There's a little anger
Billy
there.
has his audience.
No, but you have your anger there, right, about that. Well, instead of using Richard
no, I
Lewis
don't care about Billy Crystal.
or Rita Rutner.
Rita Rutner's a talented woman.
Okay.
She's naked under her clothes.
Right. All right. You're not
You want me
being
to
honest.
me to slam?
No,
someone
because
on
you
the
know what?
air?
You're not honest. You're off the air. You'll tell me the truth, and I wish you'd be a little more honest on this show. I really do. I really wish you'd be honest. I think it would.
Well, who do you want me to slam?
Nobody. We're not talking about slamming
Well, yes,
people.
you are. You want me to betray a certain?
I don't want you to betray anybody. I want you to tell the truth that you secretly feel a little bit a twinge, even though it disgusts you.
Not Rich Lewis.
Not Richard
Certainly
Lewis,
not
but
Richard.
Billy Crystal.
Oh no, I don't deny
Come on,
him.
even in sibling rivalry, if you have
If my
a
brother was a
brother-
hot. Now, if my brother was
That would
hosting
be
the
worse.
Oscars, I would be so livid.
The Sam Kinison benefit? How was that?
Actually, it was remarkably well done.
Yeah.
Robin was there, and
Robin Quivers.
Robin.
Yeah,
we
thank you for
missed
mentioning
we
me.
missed you. We missed you, Robin.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams was there.
Was Sam's wife there?
Malika did not come.
Now, isn't that interesting?
But she did get some remuneration, and I did mention her in my set on stage.
I see.
I sent my love to her.
But who
the-
put it together? Bill Kinnison, right?
Well, Walter Miller,
I
Bill
see.
Kennison, and Malika and Fox.
Malika
There
didn't show up?
There was a constant. I don't want to get into that, but she was upset about something.
What was she upset about?
I believe that she wasn't. She was slighted in some way, which I have yet to find out, and,
I see.
and I'm very upset about it. But at any rate, it was a great tribute.
Yes.
It was directed very well. They showed great clips of Sam.
Right.
And it was wonderful.
I see. All right.
And I mentioned your name also.
Well, thank you. I'm sure that'll be cut out of the show.
Will it
that
be
was one of the
aired
stipulations.
But his wife didn't speak.
On Fox.
Okay.
His wife didn't speak.
I know.
See, this is the thing.
She benefited, and she'll get a credit.
I understand.
You know, Malika's not doing this widow thing correctly.
No. Because look at Sammy Davis's widow.
Yeah.
Alto Vis.
Or even Michael Landon's.
Michael Landon's, God bless her. Boy, does she have that down to a science.
Well, your agent's name is what? John
Buchwald.
Don Buchwald.
Yeah.
You ought to have him sign Malika.
Yeah.
And get her some kind of deal and set her life right.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what does she do, though?
Well,
she
don't
needs
you
a
have
law-
an agent?
She needs.
What's wrong with your
I'm not
agent?
giving up my
Who is
agent.
your agent?
I don't give my agents away that easily.
I see.
No, one of my agents is actually helping her, but I mean, she needs someone to.
Michael Landon's
She's a
wife.
great person.
She showed up at the Academy Awards or something.
It was the Emmys.
The Emmys with a black mini dress.
With the entire family around her.
Saying,
Her-
I
her-
am available,
her
motherfucker.
Weeping, her widow's weeping mini dress.
She needs a black thong.
She had that when she was vacationing in Hawaii with the pictures from Star Magazine.
You could say that again. Mama Lucian.
How about this thing on TV where a guy comes on, hey, I've been dead 6 weeks, but I'm going to tell this product.
Yeah, great.
You know, like Yul Brenner, stop smoking.
Well, they have Michael Landon commercials all the
Yeah,
time.
and they always broadcast just before that Michael gave them permission
On his
to
deathbed,
play
he said,
it
exploit me more.
after he died.
Right.
Is Colonel Glenn Ford still around?
Colonel Glenn
My
Ford.
publicist?
Yes,
No,
the
that's
guy
Ben
who had a
Schwartz.
stroke.
Yeah, I see Colonel Glenn Ford. No, Glenn Ford, you know, the actor?
Yeah.
But they call him Colonel Glenn Ford.
Didn't
sells
he have a
insurance.
stroke?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he has. There's some pretty strange commercials. I tuned in this weekend.
Colonel Glenn Ford.
You know, now everything's an infomercial. Everything's
Yeah.
a half hour to explain.
These products are difficult to understand.
Jack LaLanne now has a juicer.
And a stepper. Have you seen the stepper?
I haven't seen the stepper, but I saw the juicer.
stepper works the juicer. You put the fruit under the stepper.
Is that
and
right?
It squirts it into a glass.
I saw the most strange infomercial. They had a guy on who spray paints people's heads.
Thank you.
Who were bald. Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I couldn't sleep over the weekend. You know, I had all this congestion and everything.
Uh-huh.
Because, of course, if I fly to Los Angeles and return the same day, my body immediately, my body
Your body
immediately
revolts.
Yeah, I'm sick for a month.
Your circadian rhythm was set off.
You bet. So, this guy comes on. You got to watch. I got to get you tape of this.
He paints your head.
So, listen to this. This guy's totally bald. He sits down.
Does it look like hair?
I don't know. All I know is he takes a can. Like you say to the guy, what color's your hair? It's either you can get black, dark brown, light brown. You can get blonde.
Or gray, probably.
Silver gray.
Yeah.
Shakes it up like a can of paint.
Yeah, it's got those little balls in it.
Yeah. And he starts to spray your head. And after he sprays your head, you got a full head of hair.
What?
Come on, he takes a totally bald person?
Yeah.
You mean the substance grows or something?
Yeah, it gets like fuzzy on top.
Oh, isn't that weird?
It's real weird, but I mean,
gotta
it works.
see that.
What is it you do every day? You don't.
We gotta
I don't
get
know.
that. I want to see that.
I mean, that's got to be weird. It's
I wanna
got to
just put
produce
some on
something
my
on your
chest.
head. Yeah, it's got. I mean,
yeah,
I got
all
to
those
get
people
it.
are going to have cancer in a few weeks.
Gary, take some phone calls and find out what the name. I think I wrote down the name of the product. I want to
Spray
order
head.
it.
Because I thought the weirdest one was Ricardo Montalban
Yeah.
selling you an
Corinthian toupee?
No, a top of the stove griller. Stove griller.
If you want
I saw that.
The grillery or
the
something.
grillery.
Ricardo Montalban sells that?
Yeah.
It's a classic product.
Did you see that big fat guy who sells the thing that now you can make cream puffs in 15 minutes instead of waiting an hour? And the
Right.
guy's, it's really
Is
disgusting.
that
'cause the
wind
guy,
oven?
Yeah, the wind
That
oven.
blow
That's
oven.
right, yeah.
it's a
And the
blow
guy's
oven.
a big pig.
Yeah, he's a big pig.
Look at this pie.
Yeah, because and everything he's cooking is real fattening. And then he
Right.
starts going, these cream puffs are excellent desserts. You know they're not as fattening as you might think they are?
Well, what happened to you?
It's all pure butter. It's a wind oven.
We cook with air.
Yeah, you can look like me. Oh, great.
Now you can have fried foods with less oil.
Oh, fried food, very good.
I got to find the name of it. I wrote it down. The GX90 spray
my
can.
head. Spray my head.
They spray paint your head.
And it gets fuzzy.
And it gets fuzzy and everything. Wait a second. It's called the Gee
It
Whiz.
looks like they're spraying Bush's hair.
Hold
you
on.
notice his hair's getting darker?
Where did I write that down?
This is important.
Damn it,
Waste
Robin.
Airtime. I'm
Oh,
looking for
boy.
this product. Gary. Gary on the
Bell.
case. Come on.
Please, I'm not nervous about the airtime. What
I'm
are you
not
worried
nervous
about?
it. I'm just worried about good radio.
Don't worry about it. You were on the radio. I heard what you were worried about.
That hurt.
You're good on TV shows.
Yeah, you're better at playing a radio personality.
Hey, you
Yeah.
know, I play a shock jock on Likely Suspects,
Yeah.
and I get drowned, and the character is a thinly disguised version of a very famous personality.
Why do they always go to Belzer when they need a disc jockey?
Yeah.
Did you
I don't know.
understand that?
Do you know what it's called,
That's
Howard?
a rule in
It's
Hollywood.
called acting. It's gonna
Yeah, but
be
why
real
do
big.
why do they always go to you?
'Cause they
There's a
don't-
lot. There's
they
only
don't
about
have
15 million actors in this country.
Figure it out.
Yeah, tell
you're
me.
busy working every morning. They know
Yeah,
you're
No,
not gonna
I don't
fly
want to
out.
be.
Come to him.
I'm
That's
just
not
saying
what
it's
he's saying.
unusual that they always think of you as a disc jockey.
Well, I think a part of it has to do with the fact that I appear on your show.
Is that what
and
you think that's what it is?
I think so. I attribute it
No,
to
then
that.
this show has been good for you.
Also, they know I was on the radio.
You think Barry Levinson hired you for this new TV series because he heard you on our show?
I think you had to see me act before.
No, but I'm saying I think that he might have.
I
gotten-
think maybe his awareness of me was heightened by my appearance on this show. And if I get an Emmy, I will thank you.
Will you really?
I swear to God.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, what are the chances of Bells getting it?
Never. You know he won't. Bells
That's why I was so bold.
He's not going to win any Emmy.
You think?
Bells, you're delusional.
I have a card on me, even though I'm not going to win. I always have a list of people I'm going to thank, and you're on it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, it's good. I should travel with a card of people to thank.
These are my thank you.
Even though you're not on any award show, you just want to thank people.
It does happen. All right, Robin, let's continue with the news.
Yes,
Wait a second.
my goodness.
Wait, a breaking story.
Not only do I know the name of the product,
Yeah.
You use it.
KLH-80.
That's it.
KLH.
But do you know who
Wait,
the
that
guy-
was an airline that was shot down by a drug
Belzer, please.
Do you know who the guy is that they demonstrated on?
Who?
It is Ron Popeil. You might remember from the
Pocket
Popeil
Fisherman.
Pocket Fisherman.
Well, you know what it is? It's put out by Popeil, the product.
It's Ronco, which I think Ron Popeil is part of.
Ronco.
It's called the Ronco hair thing, and then they also give you a special Ronco comb that comes with it.
You have to have a special comb.
What is that
It's a
stuff?
little rake.
You mean the FDA approved that?
Oh, it's
Remember
not
when
a
you were a
food
kid,
or
you
a
could send.
drug. so
Remember
the
when you were a
FDA
kid,
has
you could
nothing to
send
do
away
with
for this thing that you put in water and it becomes like seahorses.
Pet.
Maybe this is what that is.
Robin, you got to see
They
this.
spray
I do have
organisms
to
on
see
your
this.
head.
What time of the morning were you viewing this?
It might have been Saturday morning.
Shabbos, you watching television on Shabbos?
Sorry,
How
Bells.
dare you? How dare you?
I was in
Someone
kosher.
else turned on the set.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
I
left it on
And
Thursday.
there was a big cheesecloth over the set. So
you watched it through the cheesecloth.
yeah, I did. It was
So you
an
won't
accident.
go to hell then.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. Okay, someone's gonna get that reference.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
good,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
Yeah, great.
I tune it in like 5 in the morning,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
good. Yeah.
and there it is.
Oh, man.
Spray your head.
This guy's spraying everyone's head
Did
in
you
the
think
audience.
you were still asleep and dreaming?
I just said, wait a second. And then I'm trying to look at the guy and I go, it does look like he has hair on his head. But
Well,
I mean,
we have to do a demonstration. We have to
Yeah,
get that.
get the guy
Yeah.
here.
Bring a bold person in here.
Yeah.
Get
And
John
demonstrate.
Lolos in here.
yeah, we'll do it on John Lolas. He's silver gray. He matches the commercial.
There you
He's
go.
a good-looking guy. He doesn't need hair.
No, that's maybe to you.
That's what I mean. But
Bells, drop all the Jewish references. We're on in Dallas now, okay? Nobody gets it.
you mean where they blew the president's head off?
That's right.
Oh, good. It's an important city.
That's the place.
They blew the president's head off.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you hear what we're going to do if we win in there?
I heard it, and I think it's one of the funniest things maybe I've heard in a while.
Oh, thank you.
Can I play Zapruder?
Yeah.
He wants to be there with the camera.
The Bells will be working
And
the
on
camera.
frame 313,
Yeah, like I'm going to walk. Like I'm going to drive around in an open limousine in Dallas. Yeah, right. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
it's a
Very
way to
good.
commit suicide in that town. But you know, and I always felt that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, good.
All right. Come on. Let's get into the news.
We have a
All
big
right.
TB problem in the city of New York.
I know there's
Howard.
nothing on. 57 channels. and
Not
nothing on.
TV.
Oh, what are you talking about?
57.
TB,
channel.
tuberculosis.
Oh,
Right.
Good.
Apparently, you know, they have this very difficult to treat kind of tuberculosis.
Thank you. Once again.
Circulating among many people here in New York right now. And there are a group of people who have this disease and who are not necessarily contagious at this point, but they won't take their medication
Oh, good. These are
so
smart
they can
people.
get over the
Why?
disease.
Why?
What is that all about?
Who knows why
Just
they wouldn't take
ignorance
it?
and
I thought you were an
depression?
investigative reporter.
Yeah. What is the
Well, you
story
can
here?
imagine why. You can
No, we
imagine
can't.
what kind of shape these people are in.
I see.
When they won't take their medication.
I don't want to stay.
You know who mostly gets TB is all these drunks, all these bums out on the street.
Homeless, yeah.
Homeless bums.
They're not bums.
When did they
Homeless
start
and
calling them homeless?
prisoners.
Homeless. They're bums. They were always bums.
Yeah, okay, good.
Oh, sorry, Bells.
What are you, Reich Limburger now?
Yeah.
That
But really, what
fascist.
happened?
So anyway, there is a plan afoot in the city, maybe to not necessarily incarcerate them,
Why don't we just shoot them? Put one behind the ear and get them.
Now you're talking.
but to
Really?
hold them in special housing so
By the
they
wrist
can't
and
get
say,
out,
"Come here, don't go anywhere."
and
Bells.
make them take their medication.
I just think of Bells. Bells, why don't you and Barry Levinson get together and go feed the homeless today?
That hurt. That hurt.
Barry Levinson, your new pal.
Don't
So
slam
now
Barry, man. I'll kick
the,
your ass.
Health
No, you won't.
I'll
Department
kick your
wants
flabby
to
ass.
You can barely breathe.
That-
Go ahead, Robin.
What's that? Wait,
introduce
hold
a
on.
new program.
What's that
What?
supposed to mean?
What?
I
is
turned
he
off his
screaming about?
microphone. I turned off his microphone.
To detain non-contagious tuberculosis patients who refuse treatment. So I guess they'll have to present this to someone in the city and see if they will go for it.
A lot of your homeless are mentally ill, and they should be locked up in institutions, except you can't lock them up anymore because the city won't let you. And then the other ones are a lot of homeless are freeloaders.
Oh man.
And then you've got your real homeless, people who are down on their luck.
There you go.
Those are the ones we have to
Yeah,
help.
people
So
who
you do have
went
some
through
humanity.
Hurricane Andrew.
You do have
Yeah.
humanity.
Those are homeless.
Bells, get with the real world.
Okay, what should I do?
Yeah,
Should
what
I
you should
change
do,
my
first of all,
lifestyle?
is check out what's going on in the world instead of reading it in the newspaper all the time.
That hurt.
You know what happened to me the other day? There was a
What?
guy, we have a thing now in New York where people sit outside of banks and they make their job opening the door for you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they sit there with a little cup scaring you to death and they
Right.
open the door for you
Yeah, Bells ought to be with them.
as you're coming out
Hey, I
of the
throw him
bank.
a 50.
Yeah.
So the other day,
Yen, 50 yen.
I'm going into the bank. The guy's sitting there, and he looks at me and went, "Don't I see you on TV?"
No.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, he's sitting there with a cup,
Yeah.
and he has a television.
Yeah.
Now, God forbid someone should have a TV.
Oh, please, Mr. Liberal.
Oh, I'm not a liberal. I'm to the
Hey,
left
you know
of Che
what?
Guevara.
You know what? You want to know something?
What? I'm a
So I'm out on the street the other day. I get out of the car. This guy comes up to me and he says, "Mr. President, Mr. President." That was his thing. Followed me into the store. They throw him out of the store. And then when he waited an hour for me to come out, he said, "Mr. President, please, Mr. President." So I gave him some money.
You got it with a rap like that.
Yeah, the guy had a rap. It was embarrassing.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
But I think it's pretty wild when, the guy's supposedly homeless, but he has a TV.
Maybe he was walking by a store and the TV was on.
Sure, right, and he just happened to notice me.
Go ahead and continue, Robin.
Let's see what else is going on. Hurricane Iniki. Who is naming the hurricanes now?
And Nikki, what happened to, let's see, the last one was called,
Andrew, I thought.
what happened to B, C, D, E, F, G, and
I
H?
don't know, we are all the way up to the I's, and it came up with the name Iniki.
The eyes have it. You mean in Hawaii?
Yes.
No place is safe on this earth.
No, terrible.
Well, that's why I was saying I think that God is angry with us.
Yeah, right.
In
There's
Hawaii,
all kinds of natural disasters occurring right now.
in Hawaii,
Maybe
there
it's
was
the devil. I'm
there was
sorry.
no way to get off that island.
No.
They couldn't evacuate anybody.
50,000 people without electricity or running water now.
So it was amazing that more people didn't die. Actually,
Yeah,
they're
only
calling
2
it a
people
miracle.
died.
That's a miracle.
And they say $1 billion worth of damage. The only people who are now being let off the island are tourists.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they are getting them to
Now, where does this money come from?
whatever airport they have there, and they're flying them out.
Bush will promise it. You notice how Bush is promising everything, to
Everything
everybody
to
now?
everyone, yes.
That's how you win an election.
He just sold 15 or
Yeah, F-15s.
the F-15 to Saudi Arabia, and he's promising Israel it won't destroy the balance of military might over there.
Right.
I'll bet you Bush loses. I don't see any way he can win.
It's not over yet, man.
He just can't.
You think he can
possibly
pull
win.
this one out?
I mean, if he does,
really
it's
do.
a miracle.
I hope he doesn't, but I'm not a fan of Clinton, but I certainly don't want Bush to win.
I'm with you for once.
Thanks.
Let's see what else is going on. The latest update in the Woody Allen Mia Farrow fiasco.
Hey, where is Woody? He hasn't come in here in a while.
You haven't asked for him, I don't think. Woody would never just barge in.
I heard him on here one time, and he was hysterical.
Yeah, he's great. He's at his best when he's doing
chopsticks and the soy sauce that
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Man, see, he still has a sense of humor.
He still has
He's
his
a very funny
chops,
man.
as they
Through it all.
Yeah.
In spite of that hat.
Well, according to an article that's coming out in New York Magazine today,
Yeah.
Woody Allen seems to have been captivated by his little daughter, Dylan, who is 7 years old, and he is accused by Mia of molesting her.
Bells, do you have to grunt through the news?
Yes, because
do me a
it's
favor. Yeah,
sickening.
go sit back and relax. Sit back. Do you have to comment on every other word? I can't hear what you're saying.
Am I a guest here?
You're a guest, but for crying out loud, get it with the show. Let it talk a little.
Howard
Listen to
Stern.
that. You say that again, Robin. Here's Bells.
All right, wait a minute. I would say Woody Allen seems to have been captivated by his little daughter, Dylan, who is 7 years old.
Baby.
Let's hear what he was captivated with.
Good. Okay, great.
And apparently this long preceded his affair with Soon Yi.
Soon Yi.
Soon ye or soon later.
Would
From
ye?
the start, Allen seemed obsessed by the little girl, according to the article. He was reluctant to leave her alone at school. His behavior struck several parents and other children as odd.
Well, here's Woody Allen.
He said, Casey Pascal, a longtime friend of Farrow, says if there was a room full of people, he would focus only on Dylan. It was unusual.
Woody, what about these latest revelations? Any truth to it that you were fascinated with Dylan?
Take off your hat. Maybe
You're
you
not giving
speak
him a
better.
chance to settle in and just get here.
All right, all right.
He's a nervous woman. A man. Hi, Woody.
Hi.
Yeah, good. Important guy.
Belzer, excuse me.
Make another film we can't understand. No,
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
there you
Go
go.
ahead.
Leave Woody alone.
I'm sorry.
All right? Woody's not a professional when it comes to the radio.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, Woody, this fascination you had with Dylan, what do you have to say about that?
I can't stay. I'm horny.
All right, there he goes. He can't stay. All right, thank you, Woody.
Oh, my goodness. We waited all this time for that.
See, you know, what is it?
At least he's honest about it.
Is it that your lawyer is telling you that you can't really comment directly on these things? Is your lawyer's... In other words, does he sit down with you and tell you to make light of some of these situations? Is that what's going on now? You can't really answer our questions directly? Is that the problem?
I pay my lawyer a lot, and I've never molested him.
See, he's always answering my questions with a joke.
It's cryptic. I know they mean something.
I know.
He's a good writer.
Woody, but be serious for a minute, please. What is it you... come on, make a statement. Go ahead.
There's nothing wrong for showing affection to a 7-year-old with pubic hair.
Wait a minute.
Dear.
I mean, you or...
You're joking, of course.
That was a joke.
I'm sure you're joking.
Yes, certainly.
Right.
Satire, right?
Yeah. You're doing satire right now? Yes.
Yeah, good.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's doing something. But do me a favor, answer the charges. Don't come on here and make jokes and all this kind of thing. Answer the charges now, once and for all. Answer the charges.
Where's my yellow broad? I need soup and sex.
Soup and sex.
Oh, dear.
The guy won't answer straight questions.
No, you know why? Because he thinks that, these charges are not funny, Woody. These charges are not funny. You better respond right now.
Come on, Woody.
Say something.
When will Playboy get on the ball and start showing girls of Romper Room?
Oh, my.
I got to tell you,
I
Woody.
guess he's
he's not
totally
gonna-
unrepentant.
He's not going to answer you, Howard.
You know what it is? You and Miss Farrow were lovers for like 12 years. It's terrible to read in the paper that the two of you can't act civilly to one another, and I can't tell what the truth is. Did you molest this child, or didn't you? I need a statement right now.
Hey, Belsner, want to borrow one of my daughters for a little fun?
Belsner.
Woody, you obviously not familiar. Richard Belzer.
There's no N in my name, Woody.
All right. Make a statement, and then I got to move on with the news. Please, Woody, and do something to defend yourself, please.
You know what gets me hot? A full diaper and yellow skin.
All right, very good.
That's not
He's
going to
leaning
help
on
your
the yellow.
case.
There's a little yellow
Full
leaning
bit.
here.
Let's just say that that's not really Woody Allen. That's Steve the engineer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Meanwhile, do you realize, Howard, that Woody was about to sign a custody agreement with Mia Farrow that would have severely limited his access to the children? He had promised that he would only see his children with supervision for the first year, and that not until they were 18 would any of the children ever be allowed to sleep over at Woody's house. And according to friends, he was willing to go along with that agreement because of the strange behavior of Mia Farrow.
Right.
When she found out about the affair with Soonice. So.
Well, you can't blame her for having strange behavior, Woody. After all, you're with her daughter, for God's sakes.
My pants are filling up with my affection for my family.
Oh, jeez. Well, it was her fear.
Is this guy channeling Woody?
What is that, Woody? Go ahead, please say what you have to say.
When I watch the Brady Bunch, I get such a boner.
Well, Woody, thank you. Thank you. All right, there he is, Woody. Woody.
Channeled by our lovely engineer.
That's right.
New York Magazine
Thank you, Woody.
isn't the only magazine with an article on Woody and Mia this week.
Is that right?
Also, Entertainment Weekly, which hits the stands today, will take up the issue.
He's something else, that Woody.
Yeah, he just channels every nuance.
Woody.
They say that when Mia discovered the nude pictures of her daughter in
Ouch.
Woody's apartment,
That hurt. Yeah.
she was devastated and shocked, cried almost continuously, and began experiencing mood changes that haven't let up.
She's still wearing that mood ring from the 70s?
I'll tell you who I like is Belzer's daughter.
You know, Howard, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you so hard.
Oh, you're not hitting anybody.
Your whole family will feel it.
You couldn't hit anybody.
All right.
You're
just part of your family.
You're a big pussy.
Apparently, even though
Excuse me?
Mia was having mood swings, Howard, she went back to work anyway on Husbands and Wives because she needed the money for what it would allow her to give to her kids.
Are you saying that Mia Farrow, even though she knew about the nude pictures, went back to work with Woody?
Yes, and finished the movie because she's a professional.
Because
That's what they
she's
say.
making money.
She should do something to get him back. She should order in some Chinese food and hump the delivery boy. Get him really mad.
Hump
the delivery boy.
Yeah. Well, make Woody jealous.
Yeah.
So you're telling me she actually went back and worked on the movie knowing all of this?
Yeah.
Now, that's sick.
This whole thing is
sick.
It's very bizarre.
Very bizarre.
I'd like to date Bells' daughter.
You know, Howard, we used to
Well,
be
you
friends.
haven't dated her mother, so.
I'd like to date her mother. I'd like to date the mother and the daughter.
I'd like to say hello to my lovely wife.
If I was single,
And
I would date
all
your
the
daughter.
guys in the mail room at Disney. What?
Would you let me date your daughter if I was single?
Yes.
You would. You wouldn't care.
Yeah, you'd be respectful.
Yeah. Dad,
Howard,
Daddy Bells?
bring back
Daddy-
the Lexus by midnight,
Yeah.
Howard.
Dad, can I borrow the keys to the Lexus?
Yeah, and don't go to the Rainbow. Just go to,
man.
Jan's Coffee Shop or something.
Did Barry Levinson meet your wife?
No.
Wait till he gets a load of her.
Hey, Vesemir.
Hey, for those of you in Cleveland and in Dallas, can I say who your wife is?
Well, yeah, sure.
Bells' wife's name is
Lauren
Harley
Bacall.
Davidson.
Harley
Lauren
McBride. Harley Davidson.
Harley
That's a
McBride.
motorcycle.
Right. Harley McBride, who might have seen her in the movie Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Or Lady Chatterley's Lover 2.
Yeah.
Or Radon and Tebby. Or Mannix.
Yeah,
or
but
Rockford,
let's say-
She actually
Rockford
starred
Files.
in
Wild
Chatterley's
Wild
Lover.
Yeah, but come on.
Chatterley's
Lady
Lover.
Chatterley's
Sally Jesse
Lover.
Raphael.
Lady
The Howard
Chatterley's
Stern
Lover.
radio show.
Has Barry met your daughter yet?
What is it with you, man?
Has Barry Levinson met your daughter yet? Answer yes or no.
I can't reach over and grab you by your
Ah, come on, man. Lighten up.
by your luscious ass. Has he met? No, he hasn't met any of my family yet. But I'm
Oh,
sure he
man,
will.
forget about
He's
it.
a lovely man.
He's
a
going to
married
steal your
man.
family.
Well, as long as he gives me good parts.
All right.
Could have whatever he wants.
Could I finish the news?
Absolutely.
Well, this is kind of news.
Isn't it news? I thought we were in the
Howard
news.
giving my family away is news.
Yeah, well, Bell's better cooperate with me, or I could be sitting here with Joe Piscopo.
I alluded to this a little earlier. We have a big
Yeah.
problem
Vroom,
in
vroom.
several major cities with carjackings, Howard. People having their cars taken away from them at gunpoint.
Oh, yeah. That's the latest, most brazen act here in Manhattan.
That's right. And I guess the worst offense occurred last week in Maryland when a mother
Uh-oh.
driving her car, her BMW, through suburbia with her child, a 22-month-old child, I think, in a car seat in the back, was taken out of her car, thrown away. Her arm got hooked up somehow in one of the seat belts.
Right.
They slammed the door. She was dragged for 1.5 miles to 2 miles. At some point during this whole endeavor, the perpetrators, as they're called in the courts, picked up the car seat with the baby in it and threw it out the window.
Did the baby die?
The baby was unharmed, luckily. The mother died.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something.
This was in Maryland?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about this case. I was reading in the New York Times yesterday, the front page said the following, that in the hood, you know, that's like the ghetto now. They don't call it the ghetto, they call it the hood.
Mm-hmm.
That going to prison now is preferable to staying out on the street.
That's a career move.
Did you read the article?
No.
That's exactly what they said. It's considered if you do 3 or 4 years, 5 years, you come back, your stature in the neighborhood is higher. You're considered more of a main man type because, first of all, the guys come back with big muscles from working out 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yes.
And they come out, they look great. Prison is no longer a turnoff or a detriment to these guys. Locking them up in prison for killing this mother is not. We must kill. We must gas chamber these animals.
Easy, Howard.
Belzer, please. This is my show. You go to your own show. You could do Barry Levinson, and you spew out whatever you want. We must kill these guys. If there is going to be a decent society, we have to go back to hanging and publicly stoning these animals.
Well, one woman on Long Island said, she wasn't even putting up a fight. They came and got her car.
Right.
As she was going into her driveway. And, she got out of the car, and this guy starts climbing into the car because they bump you in the back. One of the things they do sometimes is they hit
Bump
your
you?
bumper. You get out to look at your car damage,
Yep.
and they jump into the car and drive off.
I told my wife, if she ever gets hit by a car,
keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah,
And you know
don't
what?
even stop anymore.
So the cops will say hit and run or something. Who cares?
Right.
Just
You're
keep
afraid
just keep going.
that it's not for real. But anyway, these people...
I'd like to hit into Belzer's wife's car. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
you stop. The people who hit this particular woman on Long Island,
Yeah.
Howard, she wasn't even trying to make a fuss. She just looked and saw them about to drive away her car. She said, "What are you doing?" The guy turned around and said, "I'm stealing your car," and then shot her in the abdomen.
Prison cannot be a health club, Robin. That is what it's become.
I agree with you 100%.
These
there.
guys come out with muscles. I wish I had muscles like
The
that.
last thing we should be doing is allowing them to beef up.
And let me tell you something. Belzer's over here. I hear him grunting in the background every time I say we have to kill these animals. But let me tell you something about Belzer. If one of these cars that hit Belzer's wife, and it was his wife and daughter in the car, and one of these animals grabbed his wife and shot her in the abdomen, and threw your daughter out of the car in her crib,
Yeah.
in her chassis seat,
Yeah.
you would be screaming for the death penalty too.
Well, I would
Trust me.
I would personally kill him.
Yeah,
I
you wouldn't kill
I wouldn't want
anybody.
the state to do it.
You wouldn't kill anybody.
Personal vengeance is one thing.
So here's what we have to do now. Here's how to avoid a carjacking.
Yeah.
Lock all your doors.
Good idea.
You're a foolish person if you drive anywhere, according to the Daily News, even to get a container of milk without locking your doors.
Lock your doors. We're in a war.
How do you get out of the car, though?
When you stop for a
You
red
don't.
light, leave a bit of room so that you can get around the car in front of you.
Good thinking.
You go to Dairy Barn. They bring it right
This
to the
is like
car.
we're in a state of siege.
Of course we
Before
are.
going to your car, look around, know your surroundings, and have your keys out and ready. Open the car quickly and get in and move.
No death penalty, Bells? Still say that, huh?
No, you know why?
You're amazing.
I'll tell you why.
I bet you if it was your wife and daughter, you'd call for it.
No, I would go out and kill
You'd be
myself.
You'd be so
The
upset.
state should
You would
not-
be so
the
upset.
state
You would be so upset you couldn't
should
even plug
not.
your own gigs.
That's true.
You would forget to
We're
plug
not
your
talking
gigs.
about personal vengeance. We're
A
talking about the role
female
of the state.
alone at night
Yes.
who's bumped by someone
Spells it
should
out.
not stop. She should try to get the plate number and go to the nearest police station.
Here, here.
If you're parked in a lot at a shopping mall or a supermarket, look around before you approach your car. And if you see someone who looks suspicious, go back.
Call a rabbi or a priest.
I think this Bells is on drugs. Are you still on drugs?
No.
You swear?
Red
You
wine.
still smoke pot?
Yeah.
I think you must have smoked pot this morning.
No, I don't smoke pot in the morning.
I think you're so dizzy, and I think it was laced with PCP.
Can I explain to you why I'm against the death penalty?
No,
In
I don't
one
want to hear
sentence,
dopey
and I
statements
won't-
where I'm going to take personal vengeance. It shouldn't be the role of the
wouldn't
state.
you? Wouldn't you?
I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to go to jail for killing. The state should be more than willing to take care of an animal.
Let me explain something.
Wouldn't you? And he's a big shot. Wouldn't you? Like this guy's equipped to take on anybody. 145
All right,
pounds.
you
If
want to step outside?
I could blow him right over with
Hey,
my... Yeah?
why don't you go outside and practice
here's a
falling
guy-
down?
Go
I'll be
right
out in a
outside
minute.
now. I'll kick your ass, you son of a bitch.
Here's a guy who actually took
That's
you
right.
up on that offer, Howard. An
Uh-oh.
FBI agent killed a teenage carjacker in D.C.
Because
over
the kid pulled a
weekend.
gun on him, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
An officer,
That's
an
different.
off-duty FBI agent, shot and killed a car thief trying to steal the agent's car.
Good for him.
So he planted a gun on him that the FBI
He
always
interrupted
carries
two
when they
men
want
as
to
they
kill
tried
someone.
to steal his car.
Yeah.
One suspect turned a gun on the agent,
Ouch.
ordering him to hand over the keys to his own car. The agent pulled his own gun and fired.
Good.
Squirt, squirt.
Good.
The reason I'm against the death penalty is because I'd rather have 100 guilty people go free than one innocent man
The whole society
or
is
woman
caving in.
killed.
Imagine a guy drags a woman out of her car, throws the baby
Well,
out
that's
the
different.
window.
That's
an
different.
animal. That's
different.
Don't feel bad about putting something to sleep, an animal like that. That's just like a dog.
Yeah, if you had a mad dog, a rabid dog, you would feel that you were...
Right. Do you believe in putting a rabid dog to sleep?
Well,
stop thinking of these people as human beings.
Well, I think they should make these people clean windshields for the rest of their lives.
All right. look,
Under
I'm not going to argue with this guy. This guy's a big phony.
I'm
I don't think he knows
You know
the thing in the world.
Let's talk about something that Bells can get into.
Right.
And agree on.
No, don't,
the
Robin.
richest people in Hollywood.
Don't tailor make the show for Bell. That's your worst. That could be your worst mistake. All right. What about the richest people in Hollywood?
Number one. This
Barry
time
Levinson.
On the Forbes list of the rich and famous,
Aaron Spelling.
Bill Cosby.
Well, hey, what are the ratings on that new show of his, Robin?
I don't know. I haven't seen any ratings, but it is awful.
It's awful.
I've watched it the last couple of nights.
Why is nobody tracking that? They always track when I do a TV show.
Yeah, you can't get the local guys to look up Bill Cosby's overnights.
I guarantee you they suck.
Well, let me tell you that Bill Cosby will make $98 million.
Wow.
By
Has
the end
that?
of this year, over
Or
the
he
next
makes
2 years.
that?
Yeah.
He makes that.
Let's see.
They say that most of those earnings
Yeah.
We'll go to
come from
Howard
the
Stern.
sale of his share in the Cosby Show.
Thank you.
So it's not even like he has to work anymore to maintain that #1 status.
Right.
It brought in over $1 billion in syndication revenues.
Oh, and he sold his share in the show, or that's just his
Well,
share?
just what he gets
I
as
see.
a result of them selling the show.
Now, who are you talking about? Bill Cosby, William Cosby, or Professor Will Cosby Jr., PhD?
Well, I suppose if we split it in three, he's
Yeah.
not the wealthiest
Right.
because there's three Bill
triple Bill.
Cosbys.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey is #2, making $88 million.
Are there any white people on this list, Robin?
Kevin Costner is
Oh,
#3,
him.
$71 million.
George Bush's friend.
I can't believe New Kids on the Block is still in the top 5 at $62 million.
That's weird.
I can't believe it. Of all the white people to be on the list, New Kids on the Block.
Steven Spielberg, $57 million. Michael Jackson is #6. George Schultz, the cartoonist, or Charles Schultz, the cartoonist,
Yeah,
is...
the Secretary of State.
Yeah, I was gonna get
No,
my
the
Schultz
owner of
mixed up.
Pips.
Charles Schultz, $49 million. Madonna, $48 million. Julio Iglesias is #9, and Guns N' Roses is #10.
What about Belzer? Where does he fall out on that list?
Belzer's not on the list, Howard.
Oh, that's right. He
You're
works at
weird.
Caroline's.
Johnny Carson was #11.
That's
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Weird.
was #14.
That's weird.
Eddie Murphy was #15. David Copperfield was #17. The
That
magician?
guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
The Grateful Dead is 20th.
Wow.
Siegfried and Roy, 22nd. They made $30 million.
Pass that tiger over
Get
here.
the tiger in the cage immediately.
Pass that stripe thing over here.
Tom Clancy is the top novelist on the list.
What does he make?
He makes $29 million, and he made more than Stephen King at $28 million.
Wow. The writer's wars.
How do you get your hands on that kind of dough?
What do you do with
ZZ
it?
Top is #25. Sylvester Stallone comes in at 30, and Arsenio Hall is on the list at number 37, making $24 million.
There's no God.
There is no God. There's no justice.
Now,
I got to get out of here. Come on. Robin, are you putting me on?
no, I'm not.
Big no talent, nothing. $24 million. Nothing. He's nothing. I got to get my hand on $24 million.
Let's see. What would we do with $24 million?
What I would do is, first of all, I'd invest some of it so I could tell everybody F you.
Right.
That'd be my first thing.
Right.
And the rest of it, I would, buy some nice homes or so, a nice home somewhere. You know what I mean? Like a real nice
Would you
yeah,
give any
a couple
away,
of
Howard?
homes.
Would you give any away?
To who?
That's what I mean.
give to charity, of course.
Okay. With contempt.
What I'd do is I'd put a couple of shekels on your wife there and see if she'd come over to my side. I'd buy Belzer's wife from him. Say, here's $1 million. Let me have your wife now for a couple. Let me have her for a couple of nights.
Oh, that's different. But you know, how dare you?
I bet your wife's attracted to me.
There's no price.
I bet your wife would go with me if we were single.
If I never existed.
Yeah,
and
I bet you I could get her.
And you put an atomic weapon to her head.
I bet you she would dig me.
She'd still say no.
I doubt it. You bring her in here and see if she can resist.
Yeah, right. I'm sure.
As I spit all over myself.
See if she can resist. Hey, that's Belzer's wife.
Silly bastard.
Come in.
Let me see anything else I can interest you in today. Bobby Fischer goes ahead 3-2.
I spit on Bobby Fischer.
He's a dog.
He
is a dog.
With Boris Spassky over in Yugoslavia.
Here's a guy, when he comes back with his winnings, they ought to tell him, you're not welcome in this country
He may
anymore.
not win, and they shouldn't let him back here.
Well, he wins because even if he loses, he gets $1.35 million.
We've got to smack him around.
That's right.
Checkmate.
You know what they should make him do when he comes back? Make him sit on each one of those chess pieces, naked. Let him absorb each one. Let him deal with that.
Suppository chess.
Right.
Checkmate.
The U.S. Open is over, and Stefan Edberg defended his title successfully.
My wife was getting all excited because we saw Pete Sampras on the plane when we came back
Oh, she
from
thought
Florida.
she was going to be
like his
having
lucky
known
charm.
The U.S. Open winner, huh?
Yeah, I said, hey, honey, he's winning. Pete Sampras. I didn't think he was going to win. Then I think he got diarrhea.
Yeah, he said the last match he had before this one, he got stomach cramps, and so he wasn't feeling very well.
He slept with Roberto Duran the night before. I think.
No, he didn't. So anyway.
No mas.
So my wife was thinking like she was Pete Sampras's lucky charm.
I see. Well, maybe she was his bad luck charm. Did she ever think of it that way?
Yeah, well, now, obviously. Now she keeps her mouth shut. I go, honey, you see what you did for Pete Sampras? That's what you do for me. I could be making $24 million like Arsenio.
What airline were you on?
I don't know. I don't even remember. I was on some airline. He was sitting there. He was flying into the U.S. Open, and he was with this piece of ass. Oh, man. What a girl this was. And he's not even good looking.
No, he's not.
A big hairy monkey. He looks like a monkey. You know, he looks like Hermie from Summer of 72 or Summer of 42.
Yes, he does.
Hermie.
Remember Hermie from Summer of 42? And he's sitting there with this piece of ass who's like full of life, running around the plane, jiggling a thing, dressing down so every guy won't be staring at her. Meanwhile, it makes no difference. Definitely right out of a magazine. And she's just having the time of her life. Oh, Pete.
Pete, serve me another one.
Yeah, serve it right here. Come on, 40 love.
Netball.
Give me your net balls.
Out.
Also in the news today, Christy Brinkley.
Ouch.
Takes her plunge into TV. She's going to be the new host of a CNN TV show called Living in the 90s.
Yeah, good.
It will be on the air at 10:30 every day.
I have no respect for her.
She respects you.
No, I have no respect for her.
Why not?
Because she married a guy for money and not for love.
We're gonna marry for money, and you'll take it all and then get
No
it
way
all.
Christy Brinkley would date a guy like Billy Joel if he wasn't Billy Joel. There's just no way.
not.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, on the show, Brinkley will introduce stories, put together some of her own, and interview guests.
Oh, great.
She beat out Deborah Norville
That
for
hurt.
this job.
Gee, tough competition.
CNN built her a special set in Manhattan, which resembles a Central Park South pied-à-terre, according to Christy.
Christy, what a life! And imagine how this what's her name, the one who got beat out,
Deborah Norville.
Here she is, a newswoman. A model beat her out.
Well, Christy says she knows that, she has a lot of things that she can transfer from her expertise in modeling to television, but there are certain techniques to interviewing that she needs to work on, she says.
Yeah, it's real hard. Common sense.
She said,
words.
I just want to tell you what she said. I'm used to them giving me the questions and answering, and I can ramble on for as long as I want.
Great.
But when it comes to listening, you have to wait for them to finish.
Wow.
And then you have to
Smart.
be ready with the next thing.
You can tell she really thought this thing through.
Wow.
She didn't just jump into this job.
That's right. She's
You have
really
to-
thought
you have
about
to
the
admire the-
responsibilities here.
I'm going to tell you something, because people say to me all the time, how can your competitors beat you on the radio? I'm going to tell you something. Either you're a good interviewer or you're not. It's not a learned skill. It's called being a conversationalist. It's having a certain something. It's being raised in a certain environment and having a certain amount of brain power, and all that combined makes you good and compelling and interesting.
Can't be taught.
Can't be taught. I mean, so you write down a couple of questions and somebody can ask the questions. I mean, what Christy Brinkley, that's what they're going to do for her.
Of course, but she has to remember to wait till they finish
Yeah.
and then say the next thing.
You imagine she has to learn how to wait for somebody to finish. That's what she's got to learn. You imagine this, and you would hire her to be an interviewer? Imagine a girl, you say, listen, we want you to do an interview show. Look, I feel compelled to tell you this. I'm going to have to learn certain things. Okay, what are you going to have to learn? How to cross your legs the right way? No. I have to learn how to wait till the person finishes talking. All right, listen, come here, Chris. Come.
It's like, you know what Vanna White once, they interviewed Vanna White and they said, what does it require for this job? She said, well, the first thing you have to do is learn the alphabet.
Right.
She was serious.
Yeah.
And like that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to really know the alphabet.
Yeah. It's 26 letters.
Right.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Vanna's having a baby now.
Yeah.
B-A-B.
Hey, Vanna, wait until the car stops before you get out. That's another tip for living.
Even if someone bumps you from behind.
Right, honey.
Also, remember today that Geraldo will be having his special show on neo-Nazis.
Good for
Right. Yeah, he was in here. He brought the tape in. He
Was it good?
punched some Nazis in the face.
He did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Got into a fight with
Finally
Nazis.
did something good.
Whoopi Goldberg's show debuts tonight with her one-on-one interview with Elizabeth Taylor.
Can you picture her being interested in anyone else?
Uh-huh.
For Whoopi?
Yeah.
No way. She asked you to be on that show?
No.
Asked me. I turned it down.
My friend's producing it.
Who's that?
Rocco Orbisi.
I turned down the Whoopi Goldberg show.
He's a great guy.
I know you did.
I'm always,
hear how.
I'm always proud when I turn stuff down.
Rocco's a great guy. It is fun to turn things down, isn't it? Someday I'll learn what that's like, right, Howard?
Right. I'm just wondering what Bells has turned down.
Yeah, I turned down opening a fairground in Minx.
Yeah.
It's about the only job I ever turned down.
What else, Robin? Anything?
Donahue is having a 25th anniversary special on TV. Will be on in prime time on NBC.
Good.
On November 16th, and other talk show hosts, including Oprah Winfrey, Sally Jesse Raphael, and others, will pay homage.
Oh, really?
Imagine if you dropped the bomb on that studio.
Yeah. Will they actually be there live, or it will be taped?
I don't know how they'll pay homage, but they'll be a part of the show. Also, David Letterman will appear.
Wow.
Barbara
Boy.
Walters, Bryant Gumbel, and Diane Sawyer.
How'd they get Letterman? Letterman will be on tape.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Letterman doesn't do anything.
Of course.
Yeah, he can't do that. He can't be bothered with that. Much too busy. Well, you know, this Donahue is so thrilled to have a 25th anniversary because otherwise he'd have to sit home with that Yenta Marlo Thomas and hear her whine all day.
My father was the funniest man who ever... Shut up.
Yeah, just shut up, Marlo. Just shut up. Shut up, you annoying bitch.
I wanted to ask you about something that's going on over in Tel Aviv. Some pregnant English women, all due within the next 2 weeks,
Yes.
want to have their babies in the Red Sea surrounded by dolphins.
Jewish dolphins.
Why?
Because
They think that the dolphins may be able to get in contact with the babies mentally.
Where's a bunch of Jews in the Red Sea?
No,
English people. They have this theory that the dolphins will be able to communicate with the children.
Well, you want to know something? I have a metal plate in my head that can contact Mars, so that's not totally wrong to try. You know what you do? You drop a net over them, the dolphins, and everything.
It's a girl. It's a girl. That was the actual dolphins.
Hello? 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 They think the friendly, peaceful mammals will calm them during the final phases of labor.
Great show. It's
important.
Dolphins create direct contact with the women and with their biological sonar system.
Yeah, I hope that
according to this doctor.
I hope these babies drown while they're doing this.
They are able to see the babies in the mother's body.
Well, it'll discourage other people from
I
doing
guess
it.
you're right. We have to sacrifice a few for the many.
You ever see these women? They insist on having the birth in a tub at home.
Underwater.
Underwater, they decided this. So you know what happens? The babies come out, and many times they drown in the tub.
Yes.
And I think that's the greatest. These yentas who come up with these birthing techniques underwater, they should really, and then they should drown themselves.
For thousands of years, women just went in the woods, they squatted, they had the baby.
Right. No,
now
they're
you
going to
got
improve it.
15 doctors and drugs.
Now you're going to improve that
Go in
by
a
being in a
tank.
bathtub on a tank underneath the water.
Yeah, well, what do the dolphins add to that experience? That's what I
The
want.
dolphins had nothing. You know what a dolphin is? A dolphin's another fish.
No, they're not even a fish, you big lug.
A mammal?
Yes, they're mammals.
They breathe air.
That's a fish. Let me tell you something. Anything that's in the water is a fish.
Now, wait a minute.
I don't care what you call it. It's a fish with a big penis nose
That hurt.
and a blowhole.
Pardon the expression.
You're calling that a mammal? That's a fish.
It has its baby the same way we do.
I could care
You should do
less
a
how
nat-
it has a
you know,
baby.
you should do a nature show. The truth about nature.
Let me tell you something.
Truth about
You think
nature.
that the dolphin isn't a fish?
Well, let me
Come on, be
let's
honest.
put it this way: they can't come over the house and watch TV with you.
And I'll tell you something. A dolphin doesn't know anything. Dolphin has it's brighter than a flounder, but it's not. What do you think that a fish is going to do?
I think dolphins are smarter than Dan Quayle.
People are so stupid. They're always looking for something. They're always looking for an answer. It's just like these people who go and pay pilgrimage to anybody who says they saw the Blessed Virgin Mother.
Yes.
Anybody who sees the Blessed Virgin Mother in some kind of drunken delusion.
I've seen her.
They go, yeah, I've seen her too. They go over and they start paying $5 to, and they all go visit. And they get statues, and the statues are crying. It's the same thing with these dolphins. Somewhere, somebody got a bug up their ass about dolphins, and they figured that these dolphins are going to give them some kind of brain power. Can you imagine this?
John Lilly.
So it's absolutely absurd. I would like to interview these people, Robin.
Well, they're over in Tel Aviv. You could give them a call.
Gary, get me that number for tomorrow's
I want to go
show.
to Dolphin University.
And finally today, Howard, you know that the Miss America pageant is coming up.
Oh, days here.
I understand, they pull out all the stops.
Excuse me, Belzer.
What?
After every sentence, you got to comment. Oy vey is mir?
Do you want me to wait in the hall?
She just said, but why everything she says you have to comment
What
on?
is it with you today, man?
No, I mean, you're making me a little disturbed.
I am? Want
How
to switch seats?
No, how come you're commenting? She says the Miss America pageant's coming up. You go, oy vey is mir.
What does that
Because
mean?
she said they're changing.
You know what you have? You have
Taking
verbal
all the-
drive like I've never seen on a guy.
Verbal drive.
You just keep commenting on everything. Why would you say oy vey is mir after she says, no, seriously, explain that comment to me.
Okay, say the line again,
Go
Rob.
ahead.
I said, you know that the Miss America pageant is coming up, and they pull out all the stops
Oy
for this
vey's
event.
mir.
Oy vey is mir. All the stops. Now, what does that mean?
You don't know what that means?
You have tremendous verbal drive.
What does that mean?
I've never seen a guy.
drive.
He has a verbal drive like I've never seen.
He's got to talk.
He's got to say something.
Oy vey's mir. I've been
Wait till you
quiet.
have something funny to say.
Okay,
then say it.
that's a good point.
All right, go ahead.
That's a very good
What,
point.
are you working yourself up?
Working myself
Where I
down.
was going with this
Go ahead, Robin.
is that, the women all fill out applications and they give you a resume of what they've gone through and what they've accomplished in their lives.
Yeah, great.
One woman this year competing has cancer.
Oh, good.
She's in remission.
Great.
So while in remission, she's going to compete in the Miss America pageant.
That's so wrong.
Like she won't win, not a sympathy.
Yeah, right.
What if she wins and dies?
Hi, Regis. I have cancer.
You win.
You win.
I thought about it. What if she, all of a sudden gets the illness again, has to go into chemotherapy, and then you got Miss America, she's bald from the radiation
Oh,
treatment.
Robin, come on. Robin, have you no decency?
Come on, Robin.
I thought that would be interesting. Going around
Belzer
the
had
country
cancer.
talking to
Right,
young
Belz?
people.
Yeah, I was bald for a while.
Belzer had cancer.
Well, he didn't tour.
No, I wasn't bald.
He didn't enter the Miss America pageant.
That you know of.
I heard for her talent portion of the show, she's going to show her x-rays.
I wish I said that.
It's better than Oy vey.
Yeah, good.
I
say it
thought
was
that
great,
was
but-
rather interesting. Also in the news today, they say two of the other contestants have asked a third contestant, who's a doctor, to prescribe diuretics for them.
That hurt.
Because they'd like to lose a little more weight before that swimsuit competition.
Diuretics is not that.
Yes, it does. It gets rid of water
No,
weight.
but they made a fart noise.
Oh,
They
I
got
don't
their
know.
anatomy wrong.
Oh, I
Belzer.
thought you were talking to me.
Belzer, please. All right, go ahead, Robin. Anything
I was
else?
just saying, they asked the doctor
Yeah.
in the pageant for a diuretic prescription. Of course, the doctor said no, she's competing with them, too.
Class wins out here today.
Belzer wants pure comedy.
Well, he better go elsewhere then, hadn't he?
Yep. Hey, man, diuretic doesn't do that. Yeah, great.
Who doesn't do that?
Diuretic. Makes you lose water, not fart. Oh, okay, good.
Good writing.
Yeah,
This whole
good.
run here was really
Right,
good.
right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, good
Yeah, right,
writing.
yeah, yeah.
On Donahue today, Jimmy Connors,
Yeah.
Gilly Nastasi, and Vitas Gerolaitis.
Yeah, good.
Call up and mention my name. Okay. All right, anyway.
On Oprah, on Oprah, men who experienced being house husbands.
Yeah, good.
Right, yeah, sure. Like, that's fun.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, Robin.
What else?
And there you have it.
All right.
Premiering tonight, Hearts of Fire, the new John Ritter, Marky Post.
If you have never...
Situation comedy.
It keeps coming back in another life.
Yeah, good.
If you have never seen Richard Belzer live, you're missing something. This guy's funny. I wouldn't keep having him on the show if he wasn't. Richard Belzer, Showtime special. Now he's taped. If you want to be part of a live special, see yourself on TV. You go to Caroline's on September 7th. Look how serious Belzer. Notice he doesn't
All of a
interrupt
sudden he's
this.
quiet. He
Yeah,
doesn't
this is
interrupt
great.
you now.
He's like, shh, shh, shh. No, oy vey.
Start talking.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. Hey, every time I say this,
Yes.
you say oy vey.
Don't depart from the text.
September 17th
Oy vey.
at 7 o'clock
Oh, my.
and 9 p.m.
Oy vey.
Listen to Dave Herman this afternoon for your chance to win tickets.
Oy vey.
Oy
Tuesday,
vey.
Wednesday at 8.
Oy shkabibble.
Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 at Caroline's also.
Oh.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. All right. No, Bells is
You
great.
come to the taping house?
Yes, I am.
You are?
I would like to come, yes.
Oy
Would you
vey.
introduce me?
What?
Would you introduce me?
Yes, I'd love to. Sure.
Yeah, patronize me more.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in my career.
You could show
All
my,
right.
you could show my ass.
Yeah, like I want to be on Showtime.
Yeah,
Sure.
good. All right.
Okay. Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling.
I wish we hadn't run out of time. We could talk about Paco. I want to discuss.
You know what? I ripped that out of the paper, too.
Yeah.
The DJ?
Why don't we talk about it tomorrow morning?
Okay.
DJ?
No, I'll save the article.
Is he still around, Paco?
Well, he was. for
Well, yeah,
What? What happened?
He went to jail
Oh,
on heroin
no.
charges, right?
Really, really
Yes.
nice guy.
Got out of jail. They gave him a job because they felt bad for
Right.
him. And then they threw him off there because he was drunk the other day on the air.
Oh.
Is that right, Robin?
He was drinking on the job, apparently.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. We
You know,
have to call
did you
him.
see in the paper over the weekend, Imus says that the company should give him another chance?
Yeah, good. Why don't you get a
Imus
company
understands.
and hire a few drunks? People who have a drinking problem. We know Paco. We can call him.
He's a
Yeah.
good guy. Tell him I said hello.
Who?
Paco.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
You don't even know him.
I did his radio show like 10 years ago, 12 years
Oh,
ago.
he's a good guy.
He was nice to me.
Nice.
That's all I can go by. Well, you know something else?
No, he is a good guy.
Mr. Doubt the Bells every second.
No, it's just I just was shocked that you were on the Paco show. I didn't see you appealing to a Spanish audience.
You speak Spanish?
Un poquito.
Mis sabios de pesca en la cocina?
Hey, I told you never mention that
Come
on
on.
here.
Mis sabios de pesca en la cocina?
My wife speaks to the maid. I don't.
Okay. Jackie the Joke Page Martling this Thursday, September 17th. One big show at Zodiac in Allentown, Pennsylvania. For dirty jokes and info, call the all-digital 516-922-WINE. Sunday night, September 27th, he'll be at the Sports Page in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Go try and stump the joke man. What about Boy Gary this Tuesday at the grand opening of General Nutrition Center? Is it proven that Paco was drunk on the air? You know, he might not have been drunk. Maybe
It
he had
could
a
have been
medication.
diabetes or something.
Yeah, we have to call him and find out. It might have been medication. Gary, you lined that up for tomorrow. Get Paco. Paco Panty Party on.
Baba Bowie. Baba Bowie.
Hello, Howard. I was not drinking. I was just having myself a good time, and people assume things, and I'm getting into a streak of very bad luck, and I think it will all change very soon because...
What was his defense for the heroin possession?
I was delivered a birthday cake to my friend, and they did not tell me the heroin was in the birthday cake. And I got over there, and then the police, all of a sudden, they come up there, and they said to me, get your hand up against the wall. They open up the cake, and in there, lo and behold, is a heroin. Oh, yeah. And I said, hey, I don't know what the hell. I'm doing a favor for a friend here. I'm Paco. And these guys don't believe me. Next thing I know, I'm doing 5 to 20.
That explains everything.
And now I take a couple of analgesics for my health. And then they accuse me of drinking. And I'm going to fight this in court. Well, that's all I got to say. Now, leave me the hell alone, all right?
Paco in his own defense.
Right. Join Boyd Gary this Tuesday at the grand opening of General Nutrition Center in Herald Square, Manhattan from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. and this Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Bobby Knapp Ski Show in the Meadowlands, New Jersey. What else? Join Boyd Gary and Stuttering John for the grand opening of Temptation, New York's newest adult nightclub at Broadway and 21st. Meet Gary on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Meet Stuttering John on Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Go see Scott the Engineer every Friday night, spinning classic 70s disco at the Country Club, 209 East 85th Street. And if you need a mobile DJ for your party in New York, L.A., Philly, Washington, Baltimore, call Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040.
Where are we on in Baltimore?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
WJFK AM.
FM.
1300.
It's an AM station, but we call it WJFK FM.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Isn't that stupid?
I'll be your correspondent in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think we need one. Okay. Yeah, sure. Anyway, the Bells is always very funny. Bells, we love you.
Love you, Howard.
Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
Give a big kiss to your wife from me.
I will.
And your beautiful daughter.
I certainly will.
You don't want to do anything
How about
but
my
kiss her?
cats? What about
All
my
right,
cats?
give her a big kiss and get to with your wife. Go all the way for her for me, and with your daughter, third
Don't
base.
even think it.
Third base.
Don't even think
for me.
Not
Give
even
her third base
not
for
even
me.
the on-deck circle.
All right, the Bells, everybody. Go see them at Caroline's, and we'll be back with you tomorrow.
Hi, this is Dave Herman, and today's the day.
Shouldn't we thank Annette DeBella, too?
Prize.
Hold on a second. Shouldn't we thank Annette DeBella, the zookeeper's wife?
Absolutely. Did we
That
forget?
was incredible.
Wasn't that incredible?
Yeah.
The zookeeper's wife?
Incredible.
Zookeeper wife
What does she look
Diamond.
like?
What?
What does she look like?
Cute. I thought she was cute. What did you guys think?
She looks like a lot of fun and cute.
Are we
Yeah.
on the air?
Yeah.
Oh. And the guy that's going to go out with her is your caller?
Captain Jenks.
And that's the guy that DeBella used to slam and say you have no
Yeah,
life?
yeah.
And now that guy's going out with his wife?
Right. Isn't that great?
You know, it's like a literary justice or something.
It all comes home when Belzer says it. You sort of figure out how bad it is.
Oh, yeah. Belger's picking up on it, and he's a busy guy. He's got a series with Barry Levinson, and he even sees how humiliating it is. Can you imagine, like, who do you hate in show business?
Who do I hate?
Give me the name of somebody. Anybody.
Oh, I love everybody.
But who don't you like? Billy Crystal?
I like Billy.
Who don't you like? Chevy?
Andrew Dreidel Silverstein?
Pick someone else, someone I can get
I
behind.
once heard you say you weren't fond of Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, that's not necessarily true, but she wouldn't marry my wife.
Yeah, pick a guy that you really don't like.
Who don't I really like? Who's Rush Limbaugh?
Nah, he's not in show
Reich
business.
Limburger.
He's not
Yes,
in
he
show
is.
business. Come on.
John Sununu. He's on Crossfire.
What happened to you and Chevy Chase in that writing gig? That ever materialized?
I have a show now, and Chevy needs me as a counselor. I'd be glad to help him.
Who don't you like? Give me, come on, you know there's a lot of guys you don't like. Give me somebody.
Give me names. I don't know. Who don't I like? Rich Little.
All right.
Rich Little.
Can you imagine Rich Little is with your wife?
Yeah.
On the radio?
Oh, Zamir. Sorry.
All right, look, I gotta go. I can't talk to Belzer anymore. I'll discuss this with you tomorrow.